Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another tier list stream extravaganza. We have some other stuff going on today, too. It's not just tier lists, but I had to throw a bunch of random stuff together. I could have named the stream Teching Does Random Stuff, but I felt like it needed a hook, something to really string it all together. So we're going to be doing a tier list stream. We're going to be ranking some Logia users in One Piece. And then afterwards, we're going to be opening some fan mail, and then maybe opening some trading cards. I have a pack of One Piece trading cards over here, so if we have some time left over, we'll do that. Never been this early. Well, welcome, Jack, for today you are. Okay. Hello from the Philippines. Hello. I got a 49 on the Teching Quiz Show. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, based off of the responses from that, I'm seeing a lot of people getting into like the 30s, which was, I think at the con, most people ended up in the high 20s. Yeah, so I've learned, understandably, like, some questions are hard and the reason why they were difficult, and I don't want to make it too easy now, but I have an idea on how I'm going to structure my questions next time. Hello from Arizona. Hello. Texas, and everything's bigger in Texas. What's up, man? Not much. Just what's up? Yeah, not much. Doing this. Let's see. What was the most exciting thing I did today? Actually, I didn't do much today. I dragged an old refrigerator out of my garage. That was the extent. That was the extent of my exciting stuff I did today. Yeah. Let's see here. Aloha from Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. I will get out to Hawaii at some point. But yes, today we're going to be doing Logia rankings. Now, there's not that many Logia users, so that kind of makes it a really nice way to start off the stream. My idea is eventually we might do tier lists on other Devil Fruit categories, like the best zones and the best paramecia. There is, I believe, I think there's over 100 paramecia at this point, so that'll be a significantly longer stream. But this one, and we've actually gotten a few new Logias. We had the same number of Logias for like the longest time. I think it was 11, because I remember making a lot of videos about Logias, and every time it was 11 Logias, and or at least 11 different Logia fruits, because obviously Ace died and Sabo got it. So, and then Monet died as well, and we don't know if anybody will get her fruit. But in terms of like unique powers, it was 11, and we've actually gotten. So we had Green Bull. We've had. Who else? There was one more. Karasu. Karasu was also revealed to be a Logia. So yeah, and then I also included some non-canon people on here just because there weren't that many Logias, so I figured I could just throw in some video game, because even if you include all of the extra stuff, I mean, maybe not if you haven't included like stuff from like live shows and light novels and other properties, but if you include even video games and movies and filler, not that many Logias, which is probably a smart idea. Like, I don't think there's any Logia users in One Piece filler. There's one that appears in a video game, and there's one that appears in a movie, and that's Honey Queen, and that's the only, I think, movie-exclusive Logia, and there's only one video game-exclusive Logia. So you could see that, like, no, two. Gasparde. Gasparde also has a Logia. So 2 movie characters, 1 video game character, and that's it. So you could tell that, like, maybe Oda was really, like, because there's only so many elements that you could turn into, you know what I mean? So, if somebody goes up to Oda and is like, Oda, we want to make somebody turn into snow. It's like, yeah, I'm already going to do that, though. So kind of limited it off there. All right. So with that being said, we need the Cartoon Network stream. Yes, I know. I'm going to get to the Cartoon Network stream, especially since Cartoon Network officially, like, shut down, or at least their offices did. Like, I saw some memes on Facebook, people, sharing Cartoon Network taking the sign down, and it's like, oh, my heart. Oh, my poor heart. Part 1 question. Have you seen Dude's Where's My Car? Yeah, with Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen Dude, Where's My Car? That was a good movie. Yeah. Who's the video game character? I guess we'll find out when we see it. It's a very popular video game character. You don't know the video game character that has a Logia? End of an era. Asked like 20 times to tell in advance about the live. Out with friends first time in months. Sent a box from Italy. Yes, I have it right here. Thank you, Mattia. Reschedule for tomorrow. I don't have time tomorrow because tomorrow I have too many other things going on. I have a dentist appointment and then I need to do One Piece D&D, so I cannot do it tomorrow, but this will be recorded, so it'll be okay. We can have that. That's what VODs are for. I apologize, but time zones are, I have to do it the way that works best for me. His name is, that's the name of the character, yes. I feel as though the Yami Yami is going to be a weird to rank. Well, I'm not ranking it on... I mean, we're going to talk about devil fruits, like what they do, but we're more ranking the users on how they use their fruits. So in which case, allow me to switch over to the tier list. Let's see what we got here. There we go. All right. So this is what we got going on right here. We have 5 tiers. Mastered their devil fruit, top level user, decent user with their fruit, needs more training, they could be better, and then complete idiot with their power, which I do not, maybe 1 or 2, but like I honestly don't know if there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be idiots with their power on this, because it's like you got a Logia, and Peckham said it best when he fought Caribou, like Logias that think they're invincible just because they're Logias have very short lifespans in the new world. Because I would imagine there's a lot of Logias that just steamroll through the first half of the Grand Line, think they're awesome, think that nobody can hit them, and then they figure out what hockey is, and they learn real quick that they're not on the top of the world just because they could turn into sand or mud or something like that, right? Will you rank Paramecia users? Eventually. Probably gonna break that one up into multiple streams, though, because there's a lot of Paramecia users. Did you see the rumors of a Brazilian actor as Ace? I have not, but it would make sense. I spilled water all over myself. The water fruit. When is Oda? Is Oda going to reveal a water fruit? Let's open with that. Because that's something that's been under debate for a long time now, because it would be like the most broken devil fruit ability ever if you could just turn into water, which is the natural weakness of devil fruits. I think there is a way you could do the water fruit. It's just you could turn into water, but you still can't swim. So you could turn into water, but if you tried going into water, you would still have the same negative effects that all devil fruit users have. A lot of people say Eam maybe. Like Eam might have the power of the water fruit. The crow guy is a Logia? Yes, he is. Karasu is confirmed to be a Logia. Could you drown if you had the water fruit? Yeah, you turn into like, just picture yourself turning into like a water elemental, like blah, 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 and you can do like water jets, and you can like drown people and stuff. But if you personally try going into water, you would drown. There you go. If you could pick one individual to eat the Ushi no Mi model what? Manatee. Oh, the manatee. Who would it be? I don't know. I mean, like, whoever wants to be a manatee in life. Do you enjoy the water? Do you enjoy lounging around on a nice moist rock on the shore? Then eat the manatee fruit. There you go. It's a perfect manatee. It's a perfect fruit for you. Did you think there will be a situation where someone claims to have found the One Piece, like in the end of the movie, where they buy the kid's toy with tickets they won, and they try to pass it off as a continual... Wait, what? I'm so confused by the super chat. Hold on. Do you think there will be a situation where someone claims to have found the One Piece, like in the end of the movie, where they buy the kid's toy with tickets they won and try to pass it as the continuum? I have no idea what movie you are talking about right now, but, somebody might lie about it. Like, you could try to lie about it, but I don't know why you would, because if you lied about finding the One Piece, everybody is just going to descend upon you and try to kill you and take it. And if it doesn't matter if you have it or not, they're going to kill you. So, I don't know. I mean, that'd be an interesting plot beat. Oh, was that from the movie Dude, Where's My Car? I have not seen that movie in many years. All right, I'll be honest with you. I'll be straight up with you, okay? I watched that movie when I was like a teenager. Like, I don't know, I was probably around 12, 13 years old when I watched that movie. I remember Ashton Kutcher in it. I do not remember the other guy. I remember some of the wacky stuff that happened. I remember the finale taking place in like a Chuck E. Cheese. Wasn't there like a giant lady at the end? And oh yeah, at the very end when the aliens give their girlfriends magic necklaces that make their boobs bigger. Their girlfriend's boobs bigger. I remember that. I remember that. That's my extent of my knowledge about Dude, Where's My Car? Maybe aliens were involved too. How old are you? 55? Yep. I know the Metabots episode, Dude, Where's My Mom? Yeah, they make references to it all the time. They made references to it in Harold and Kumar. I remember watching Harold and Kumar and then having references to Dude, Where's My Car? But I've only seen that movie like once, and it was back when I was like, 12. But anyway, let's get to the Logia questions now. Wait, where is it? Okay, here we go. All right, who's up first? We got Aramaki, who's a relatively new character. I mean, he's been kind of shadowy introduced for a while, but this is the first time he's properly introduced. He has the power of the Mori Mori no Mi. And he's an admiral, so he's basically set up as like one of the strongest characters around. Like, he shows up right at the end of Wano, right after they beat up Kaido and everybody. And he shows up and pretty much just steamrolls through most of the opposition. He walks through Udon and just defeats a lot of the really strong gifters, and he takes out King and Queen. Granted, they were weakened from their fights with Zoro and Sanji and everything. This was like after the battle, but still, he just like stomps through them with like very minimal effort. You can't even beat him with like fire because he has techniques against that. So like Raizo tries to burn him and he's like, "You fool, do you think that I would be weak to fire just because I'm made of wood? I've made preparations for that long ago." So it's like, oh shit, okay. And it basically gives him the ability to turn into a giant forest, and he can suck the nutrients out of everybody around him. Even if you completely incinerate his body, he can just create a new body using seeds. So, dear God, he is powerful. And I'm gonna say, like, mastered his fruit. I don't know how much more mastery you could have than the very brief time we've seen the Mori Mori no Mi and the shit that he was able to do with it. Like, I don't know what else you could really do with it, to the point where Momonosuke incinerates his main body with a Boro breath, and then he just, like, resprouts himself, like, whoa, that was crazy. Like, can he just do that all the time? Like, by that logic, can Aramaki just take a seed, plant it in the ground, walk away from it, and if his main body dies, the seed just sprouts anew? Because that's pretty strong. Where is Prince Groose? We do not know if Prince Groose is a Logia, and I would actually debate he isn't. Prince Groose is able to make golems using his clay ability, but we've never seen him yet turn into clay. He makes the golems that have the properties of Logia, but he himself cannot turn into clay. He might be able to, we just haven't seen it, but I feel like if he had that power, we would have shown it already. We've seen that he's able to make weapons out of clay, and he can make golems out of clay, but that's it. Yeah. Did Aramaki arrest the Beast Pirates or just beat them up? He just kind of beat them up, I think. I don't know if he beat... I don't know, did he bring King back with him? Because we saw King in the last chapter, but he was in a mysterious dark room. Yeah. Here's the question I had, by the way, about this. So in the Udon prison, you see that, like, in the anime, he defeats King and Queen, and they didn't have, like, handcuffs on or anything, I don't think. Like, I think Aramaki defeats King and Queen, and they didn't have any sea stone cuffs on. So my question is, like, King can fly. Why didn't he just fly away out of the prison? He was stronger than everybody else in the prison, and he could fucking fly. Why didn't he just leave? Why did he stay in the prison? I guess maybe you could say King was, like, after Kaido was defeated, King was, like, dejected and, like, depressed, and, like, there's no reason for him to leave anymore, because there's, like, he was, like, emptied inside, because, King put a lot of stock into Kaido. He really did. He really did genuinely believe that Kaido was Joy Boy, and he was gonna bring about, like, the prophecy and everything of his people, the Lunarians, and then Kaido was defeated by Luffy, and so I feel like at that point, King was just like, I don't even care anymore. Whatever, lock me in prison. I'm not going anywhere. I just don't even feel like it. Zoro cut his wing off. I mean, Zoro thought, I mean, like, dude, I don't remember his wing being severed to the point where he couldn't fly. I don't remember King losing a wing. Maybe that happened. Probably happened. I'm just not remembering it to the point where he lost an entire wing to Zoro. Even regardless, if King did not have Sea Prism on, then he would have been stronger than everybody else to walk out of that prison. Like, he was stronger than Baba Nuki. He was stronger than everybody else. I'm pretty sure he could have escaped if he didn't have Sea Prism on. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I guess maybe he cut off a wing. Sure. Yeah. He still had both arms, so he did. Yeah, because that's the other thing, too. Like, when he turns into a Pteranodon, I think it's his arms that become the wings anyway. But anyway, doesn't matter. So, Aramaki in Mastery, I think that's fair. He's going to be a tough one to face. Oh, yeah, by the way, my thumbnail, yeah. So, there weren't that many sexy ladies that were Logias. There was Honey Queen and Monet. I already used Honey Queen in another thumbnail, so that means Monet is the thumbnail for this one. Yeah, Aramaki can fly, too. Yeah, he can basically do a bunch of shit. He can fly. Aramaki can turn a flower. Like, hold on, I have it in here because it's such a crazy... Look at this. Aramaki can literally just make a little flower pop out of his back and just let the flower spin like a propeller, like a helicopter blade. And so he can just fly around like a helicopter. So, like, if he's able to do stuff like that with his plants, like, what's the other limit? Like, he could probably figure out a way. He could probably make a combination of plants allowing him to sail on the water if he wanted to. If he can fly with this method, he could probably make some kind of plant for him to float on it. You know, he could probably, he could definitely travel underground via the root network. So, underground, above ground, in the air, on the water. Like, there's so many. I mean, think about all the different types of plant life that exist on this planet. Like, there's moss that even in places like tundras and places that are very, very cold, there's still some type of plant life. Not a lot of plant life, but some plant life that survives. Okay? And even in the harshest environments, save for, like, Antarctica or maybe, like, the hottest part of the Sahara, like, you're going to find plant life, you know? So, he's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to beat him. But anyway, yeah, that's Aramaki. Next up, let's see. We have Borsalino. We have Kizaru, who did a lot of stuff in this last arc. Well, I mean, he was prevalent in the arc. He didn't do a lot of stuff near the end, but like at the beginning, he was doing a lot of stuff. So Borsalino has the light fruit, the Pika Pika no Mi, the glimmer fruit, and he could turn into lights. And I remember when he first showed up, and it was literally one of those moments where it was like, this is probably the most powerful Logia in the entire story. I mean, there are still people that think that, but like when we saw him fight against Luffy, like if Kizaru was able to have complete mastery over light in terms of light speed movement and everything, you feel like he would just be able to destroy like an island easily if he had that power at his disposal, right? Like he could just nuke an island with like a snap of his fingers if he had that level of power. Luffy was still able to hit him. So we've kind of seen Kizaru stocks, I think, go down a bit because we've now seen him get into a major fight with Luffy, and Luffy was able to kind of knock him down. Now, Kizaru right now, I feel like, is able to get back up and fight. I don't see any reason why he couldn't. It's just that he really just doesn't want to kill Vegapunk, and, well, I guess Vegapunk's already dead, but he doesn't really want to continue the mission, and he's like, just leave me alone. I don't really want to do anything anymore. Light in anime doesn't work like in real life. It depends on the anime, but yeah, in One Piece, I'm starting to get the impression that that's the case, yeah. Kizaru stocks are down. If you have any stocks in Kizaru, I would suggest you sell, because it's going down, down, down. But that being said, he doesn't want to kill his niece. Yeah, basically. Or his nephew, I guess, if you want to consider Sentomaru as well. But yeah, I mean, regardless of that, I still very clearly a master of his fruit. I can't imagine Kizaru getting any better at using his power than the ways that we've already seen him utilize it. He can make clones of himself. He can zip around really fast. He can make a light sword. He can make light tangible enough to be used like a lightsaber. Yeah, so It's just that the light powers were not as, I think, broken as a lot of people wanted them to be, but they are still pretty powerful. Light never worked as it's supposed to be. Well, I feel like it's the... So whenever you're doing anime, right, and you're making up abilities for people to use, you got to figure out a way to nerf it or at least modify it a little bit because, like I said, if you had a superpower where you had complete mastery over light speed, like, I don't even know if you could move without destroying something. Like, if I had the ability of light speed and I moved to the other side of the planet right now, I feel like that would, like, cause so much damage to the planet, like tsunamis and shit would happen. Like I'd tear a hole in the ozone layer or something if I was moving that fast. I'd just rip open an entire vacuum in the atmosphere or something. Like I feel like that's how it would go, you know, if that would work. Yeah. You would hit the protons in the air. Get out of the way, you damn protons. I don't need any protons. I'm made of photons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, same thing with time manipulation, you know, like whenever there's a character that uses time abilities in fiction, I'm always very, like, nervous how they're going to do it, because it's like, all right, you're either going to make this broken as hell, in which case, like, I mean, if you're going to make it broken, I mean, look, my opinion on time abilities is if you're going to do them, and you're going to have complete mastery over time, make that the most broken character ever and make them just, like, kill everybody by the end of the story if you're gonna do that, right? Like, now, you have characters like Toki, who has a very set way that time powers work. And Oda was very clear. Toki does not have complete mastery over time. She can't just, like, oh, Luffy died, reset. Oh, Odin died, reset. Oh, okay, reset. Like, you know. But you gotta be careful how you use those powers. JoJo villains be like, yeah, I know. Light is all around us. Yeah, but the problem is, like, what if Kizaru maintains his mass while traveling at the speed of light? Because I'm pretty sure that would cause real bad problems if he could do that. Then again, not a physicist, so I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, Kizaru has clearly mastered his fruit. All right, Caesar Clown. Now, here's the thing with Caesar. Caesar is kind of an idiot, but he's also a genius chemist. Like, he's a horrible person, but, like, he's utilized his fruit to the point where I think you could argue he's also mastered it. Like, and now at this point, I'm looking at this list of, like, is everybody going to be on this list a mastered user? I don't think everybody's going to be on here as a mastered user. But, dude, the guy was able to make so many different chemistry experiments to implement the gases into himself. Like, he made that kill gas shit he used on Zoe, and then he can nullify it with the Roko gas. He can also incorporate the Death Country, the Shinokuni stuff into himself. So, I mean, like, could Caesar get any higher than this? Could he achieve a higher level of his devil fruit already? Which, you know, he's a master chemist, and he's developed so many abilities already. He might already be at the top level or the mastered level of his fruit. He defeated Katakuri in Oven. I mean, kinda, yeah. He released a hallucinogen, so he got them super high and ended up beating the shit out of each other. Yeah. Turn the floor into gas. Well, from what we understand, the way that Logias awaken are not the same way that Paramecias awaken. The way that Logias awaken seems to affect the island around them in a big way, like the Raijin Island phenomenon, or in the case with Punk Hazard, half magma hellscape, half Arctic wasteland. In the case with Caesar, if he was truly awakened, I feel like the entire island would be covered in, like, a nauseous gas fog. So I feel like he could be a little bit, like, there are ways for him to improve his fruit, so maybe he is not on, like, an admiral level yet with his abilities. But I will say this, if he is top level, he is very close. He did do that with Shinokuni, that's true. But the thing is with Shinokuni, he didn't do that by himself with his devil fruit. He developed a gas, basically a giant pill that Smiley then consumed. Then Smiley exploded, and the combination of Smiley mixing with that other chemical created the Shinokuni. But then again, he was able to turn into Shinokuni as well. So I guess the question is, if Caesar wanted to, could he cover an entire island in a permanent? Because that's the thing with a Logia Awakening. It's permanent. Like, the former user of the Goro Goro Nomi that we can assume is the reason why Raijin Island is like that. Punk Hazard is going to be stuck like that because of the fight with Akainu and Kuzan. It's going to be stuck like that long after Kuzan and Akainu are dead. Like, 100 years from now, Punk Hazard is still probably going to look like that because of their battle there. Okay? So, is it permanent? Could Caesar make a blanket of fog that just never goes away? I don't think he can right now, but I do not think he's far off from awakening in that regard, because he's had the fruit for a long time and he knows the know-how. So I'm gonna say top level user for Caesar. I'm gonna say he does have potential to get stronger. Doubt it. He would get exhausted. Right. I think he could forcibly create a lot of gas, but it would wear him out. I just don't think, he's had the level of battle experience that, like, I think in order to properly awaken your fruit, you have to do more than just experiment with it. You have to be thrust into battle after battle after battle, like the Admirals, like Luffy, like Kaido, like Big Mom. That's how you awaken a devil fruit. I mean, he just mingles in his lab and develops various different chemicals and poisons that can assist his fruit, but not the same thing. All right. Who's next? Caribou. All right. So Caribou is definitely not on the higher tier here. Caribou's ability is the Numa Numa no Mi. Yada yahee, yada yahoo, yada yaha. Okay. He has the ability to basically turn into mud. It's the mud fruit. It's a swamp fruit. His ability essentially gives him, from what we understand, a boundless pocket dimension where he can store anything he wants and summon it at any time from any point of his body. He can even store living things inside of him, and the living things can apparently survive while they're inside of him. So it's not even like his swamp is like whoever he stores in there drowns and dies immediately. He can also store like food and things. And it's also important, the stuff that comes out of him, the goo, it's not covered in slime. Like right here, you could see he hid a fucking Gatling gun inside of his body. Now, if you store, I'm not a gun expert, but if you store a Gatling gun inside of a muddy swamp, I feel like it's not gonna function very well once you take it out. But he can apparently pull this stuff out and it's clean. He had a bunch of like items like food and apples and stuff. He fed like meat that he fed Luffy. And he's like, yeah, I kept all of this inside of my swamp and it was perfectly fine. And missiles. Yeah. Yeah, he could stuff people in his swamp because he was going around kidnapping a bunch of the mermaids. And Jinbei stopped him from doing that. But the implication was he was like capturing mermaids and they were going to survive in his swamp. Because he was going to like sell them and shit. Because he's a horrible human being. Mud, pocket dimension, liquid earth, hard water, swamp is incredible. Yeah, the power of the Shrek Logia is very powerful. Oh god, Shrek with this ability? If Shrek had this, he would be a master. He would be a master of the swamp. Been a subscriber of yours since you were at 50, 60K. Thanks for all the great content, Matt. Thank you, Miles! But, yeah, I don't know. I think he definitely needs more training. Because he had, like, apparently no knowledge of how to deal with anything relating to hockey. But in terms of utilizing his fruit, though, it's one of these. He's either a decent user or needs more training. Caribou is the mystery character. Ooh. Does that mean Capone can store anything in his gut, too? I mean, Capone has a finite space. It's a castle. It's a big castle, but it's a finite space. The idea with Caribou is it's almost infinite. Like, the way he talks about it is like he could just... The storage capacity is really good. Definitely needs more training. Yeah, I'm going to put him in needs more training. It feels like he got the fruit and was just like, wow, this is a really good Logia. I mean, he's a good example of somebody that was really weak probably originally and got a really OP power. And just on the merit of that OP power alone, without him really doing anything, without him training at all, he was able to really get to the, he was able to get to Sabaody. But that was as far as it took him. Like, if he didn't have that power, I don't think they would have made it very far. Yeah. Human bag of holding. Maybe Caribou is holding the last road poneglyph. Yeah, he just rummages around inside of himself like, where? No. 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 Oh, there it is. Last road poneglyph. Here you go. Oh, dude, you can fit Big Mom in there. Yeah, you can fit Big Mom in there. Maybe that's where they ended up. Maybe he's storing Big Mom and Kaido inside of his swamp. Now, Kizaru's not always using light speed movement. I mean, he just walks around sometimes normally. Wasn't he infamous for killing Marines? Yeah, he was. Mostly because he had a really powerful Logia. Like, he could just walk up to Marines and they would shoot him and it would do nothing. And then he could just, like, drown them in his swamp. Because, like, the way we see it, he uses his swamp to, like, shove mud and muck down people's throats and just, like, asphyxiate them that way. Like, he'll just, like, straight up, like, waterboard you and kill you. You know how much I like Monet. Don't worry, Monet's coming up. All right, but next up, we have Crocodile. Crocodile. All right. Crocodile, I mean, Smoker was the first Logia user, but Crocodile was, like, the first one that Luffy had, like, a little, like an actual, like, hey, you have to defeat this guy by the end of the arc, right? So, I would say if we're talking, like, Alabasta level, he was very top level, but it's been 2 years now. I'd say he's kind of mastered his fruit. I mean, like, that's a little bit debatable because we haven't really seen him in a full-on, like exerting himself full power. We've seen him fight against some of the Marines outside of Kalibali Island. That was it. He took out some Marine ships really simply. But other than that, we really haven't seen him go all out since Alabasta, or I guess since Marineford. But, I mean, I think it's very clear that he's gotten stronger. He has hockey now. He can use black sand like that, one of the Kazekage in Naruto, I guess. Yeah, and I think he's also learned from his weaknesses fighting against Luffy. Because, like, it's very clear that Aramaki had a weakness, and that was fire. And he figured out a way to combat that weakness. He figured out a way to make his forest fireproof. So wouldn't it be interesting if Crocodile also learned a way to make his sand waterproof? Like, if he was able to work around his own weakness. But, yeah, I mean, like, if he was pretty close to Master already, I'd say right now he's definitely up there. He uses an umbrella. Next up is Eneru. Because anything else about Crocodile? Because I really don't think there's any other contention there. Wondering if you thought about how different the story would be if Haki wasn't introduced. Until Haki, I thought the Strats would need to find the natural weakness of Logias. That is an interesting way to look at it, because, like, every Logia has a natural weakness, so it's like, oh, we need to figure out the natural weakness of every one, and that's the trick. That would have been an interesting dynamic if that was the only way around it. I think Haki's development became a necessity, though, because there were characters that, like, I think Oda really just wanted to show off that, like, characters that don't have devil fruits can be really powerful as well. Because otherwise it becomes a thing where unless a character has a devil fruit, it's like they're not strong or they can't beat a Logia. Like, if Oda never introduced Haki and is like, well, I don't want to give Shanks a devil fruit, then how the hell is Shanks a Yonko? If Haki doesn't exist and there's no way to combat, like, Logias, there's no universal way to combat all Logias. So I feel like Haki was a necessity, and I feel like Oda had it at the beginning, like, the idea of Haki. It took a while for him to flesh it out. Yeah, I think Crocodile's mastered his fruit, yeah. Crocodile hates water. It's wet, moist, and it spills everywhere. It clumps up your sand, too. Do you ever have sand in your shoes? Now picture that sand being wet in your shoes. Ugh. All right, Eneru. Yeah, I'd say Eneru is also mastered. I mean, like a lot of the characters, like a lot of strong characters are Logias in this story. But no, we have some characters coming up that I wouldn't say have mastered it. But yeah, Eneru, I mean, it's hard to argue that Eneru is yet to master his fruit. He was able to obliterate an island with his power. He was able to obliterate an entire island with a giant spirit death bomb. He is able to combine it with his mantra, so he basically turns himself into a radio tower of perception. He could turn into a giant lightning god. Like, unless Luffy was made of rubber specifically, no one was walking out of Skypiea alive. Like, the fact Luffy was made of rubber was the only way he was able to beat Eneru. Eneru would have nuked every single other fucking character in that arc. With his arc. Because how the hell are they going to beat him otherwise? You know, beaten by his own hubris. Like, honestly, though, you can understand where Eneru's hubris was coming from. Anytime anybody in the history of ever mouthed off to him or tried to fight him, just boom! Wrath of Zeus shoved a lightning bolt down their throat. Like, nobody could even stand up to the guy. Like, he literally doesn't even need to move. He could just, like, snap his fingers and you die. Until this one Straw Hat kid made of rubber shows up one day. Until one day, this dumbass kid wearing a straw hat walks over, and he thinks he's hot shit. So I'm going to shove 10 million, I'm going to send 1.21 gigawatts up his ass, and nothing happens. 1.21 gigawatts! Yeah. Dude, that reminds me of, I mean, there's a few video games that are like this. You can let me know the ones that come to your mind. But there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game where if you are, like, you could throw down an incredibly strong card. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards, and I think Chef of Destruction uses the same game engine. But, like, you could throw down a card on the field that has 5,000 attack, but there's a mechanic in the video game where if you attack a monster that's an opposite element to you, it just instantly kills them. So if you throw down, like, a dark monster that has 5,000 attack, but then you throw down a 200 attack point, like, light monster, it'll just instant kill it. So it's kind of like that, where Eneru has completely mastered his devil fruit, but then Luffy just walks in and is just like, doesn't work on me. You could have grinded for 1,000 hours here. Just boom, punch you in the face. Done. Oh, that would be a good one. Law maybe can make his room non-conductive. So Law opens up a room, and then it's just like lightning doesn't conduct. I mean, there's nothing in this space conducts electricity. Kid can use non-conductive metal. Maybe. What's a good non-conductive metal? I know copper and gold are really good at conducting electricity, but what's something that's really not great at conducting electricity? I feel like the aluminum is, but I don't know because I don't know a lot about science. Lead, tungsten, aluminum isn't too good at conducting. All right, I wasn't completely wrong. Tungsten or lead? All right. So there you go. But here's a question, though. Because Kid's ability is electromagnetism. Kid's ability is magnetism. So if these abilities don't, if these metals don't conduct electricity, can they be magnetically charged? I don't feel like they could be. So in that case, yeah. Eneru does not know how to counter his weakness. He does not. but he's mastered his fruit in every other way. Lead is not magnetic. Okay. So Kid wouldn't be able to use lead as an ability. Unless, well, actually, no, technically he could. Because Kid has his awakening ability that allows him to, he can add a designation north or south to anybody. Any object, doesn't matter. So he could add it to people. So I guess, in theory, if Kid used an awakening, he used a sign, he could make a giant lead wall electrically charged, and he could drag it over, and he could use it as a shield. But I still feel like Eneru, I don't know, that actually would be an interesting matchup. Electromagnetism versus just lightning. That's an interesting way to look at it, because even Nami was able to redirect lightning using her original climb attack. Eneru mentioned, like, if he upped the voltage or the amps or whatever, it would burst right through. But the fact that Nami was kind of able to redirect it was pretty impressive. Yeah, and he does have ways of countering. Like, he was able to hurt Luffy. He did figure out ways to hurt Luffy, even if he did have immunity to lightning. Yeah, Kid could just make a shitload of lightning rods to catch it. That would be a fun-looking fight. I think Eneru would ultimately win. I think Kid would have a lot of different ways to stop his lightning attacks, like his big lightning attacks. But I feel like Eneru, with just the mantra abilities and the ability to zip around faster, I feel like that would ultimately, he would get the jump on Kid. But I think Kid would put up a respectable fight. Anyway, yeah, but I'm going to say Eneru's a master of his power. All right, so next up we got two filler characters, or two movie characters, I should say. We got Gasparde from movie 4, Dead End Adventure. So he has the power of, I think it is just the Ame Ame no Mi, which really should have been Perospero's Devil Fruit, but because it was in the movie, it gets changed to the Lick Lick Fruit in the One Piece manga in Whole Cake Island, which is disturbing. But in the case with Gasparde, he has a candy fruit, or the syrup fruit. He turns into a green candy syrup. He's basically a stand-in for Crocodile in the movie, and Luffy defeats him in a similar way. Just like how Luffy figured out water was Crocodile's weakness, it's Sanji, really. Sanji just hands Luffy a bag of flour and is like, here, throw this flour at him, and that'll make his candy stick together, and then you can punch him really hard. And Luffy's like, oh, thank you. And then that was it. And then that's how Luffy beat him. So he's candy syrup, which isn't a liquid exactly, but he can move around like that. It's very sticky. He can trap somebody in the sticky goo and then just smack them around. So he is made of goo. Yeah. Maple Syrup Man. Decent user, I'd say. He's a diet, caffeine-free version of Crocodile. So I'm not going to put him up nearly on the height that Crocodile achieved. He's liquid enough. Plus, we needed somebody in the decent category, so I'll throw him in there. He's the slime fruit. It really is like Nickelodeon slime. It really is. Wouldn't a slime devil fruit be a Logia or a special paramecia? So, Oda's yet to clarify what exactly is the criteria of a special paramecia, other than the fact that Katakuri is one. So, you tell me, I do not know. That it's never been stated. I mean, people have their opinions of, like, this is what makes a special paramecia, or this is what makes special paramecia. It's just Oda's never clarified what it is exactly. Because Katakuri was original. I don't know why Oda didn't just make Katakuri a Logia, because I feel like Luffy would have still won the fight even if he was a Logia. Luffy's beaten up Logias before this, so I don't understand why he couldn't just make him a Logia. And when Katakuri goes into his awakening, he can use Logia-esque abilities anyway. Raise your hand if you feel like Katakuri should have just been a fucking Logia. Like, I don't understand, like, actually why. Oh, because Mochi is not a natural element? You can bend the rules with that shit. That's not that big of a deal. Yeah, he should have just been a natural element user. Maybe that's the reason. If that is the reason, then it's like, Oda, you're you know, especially from what we just found out about devil fruit abilities, how they came about because human desire. So that kind of throws out the idea that they, like, Logias have to be a natural element. Somebody at some point could have just really loved mochi and wanted to turn into mochi, you know, and that might have been the origin. So I think you could have worked your way around that, you know. I don't think that's that big of a deal that mochi's not a naturally occurring element. Yeah. I believe Oda's assistant told him that. Yeah, that does sound like something that would be altered. Oda didn't want to reveal a Logia awakening. Well, here's the thing. You didn't even have to make him awaken. You could have just had him have a Logia that's not awakened, and he would have been able to... If Katakuri was a Logia, he would have been able to do all the same shit that he used in the battle with Luffy as a special paramecia. There's literally no ability that he used that, like, whoa, he had to be a special paramecia to use that ability. Like, he could have just been a normal Logia. But it's okay. It's just a classification, yeah. But yeah, Gasparde, slimy, gooey candy syrup man. All right. Honey Queen. All right. I want to clarify something with Honey Queen right now, okay? She's sexy. We've all aware of that. That's clarified, right? We're under that, okay? Hold on a minute. Let me pull up a picture of Honey Queen. However, do I have a... Hold on. Let me go to the movie 2. There we go. All right, we've all clarified this, right? Okay, yes. Now, do you know how Honey Queen is defeated in the hit One Piece blockbuster Movie 2 Clockwork Island Adventure? She is defeated by East Blue Nami. As soon as I find the image of her defeated, where is the image of her being defeated? This is her using her power, kind of. She can turn it into, like, the slime stuff. Here it is. She's defeated by East Blue Nami as a Logia user. So, I think we could put her quite handily in the complete idiot with her power situation. She just kind of uses her power to, like, turn into goo and kind of move around and stuff. She does do some stuff with it. But if you're defeated by East Blue Nami, I'm sorry, but you're an idiot with your power. If I remember correctly, she goes into, like, a faucet to escape, and Nami just unscrews the faucet, and then she comes out into the jar, and then she can't escape a glass jar. That's the more important factor here, all right? Imagine if Luffy goes up against Crocodile, and Crocodile's like, I'm made of sand, Straw Hat. You can't possibly hope to defeat me. And Luffy's like, shows you, Crocodile, I have a giant jar. And Crocodile's like, oh, shit. And Luffy shoves Crocodile inside of a giant jar and screws it shut. And then Crocodile is fucking defeated. He can't get out of the jar. It's a sea prism jar. If you are a Logia and you can't break out of a $2 glass jar from the dollar store, you're pretty shit at using your power, okay? I mean, that's what happened with the Seraphim. That was a sea prism bubble, sir. But that does bring up questions. Maybe you could use a sea prism bubble against Crocodile or Eneru or Kizaru. Trap him in a sea prism bubble. There you go. Gear 5 jar. Luffy just turns into a giant jar in Gear 5th. And that's the ultimate downfall of every Logia user. A $2 jar from the dollar store. Okay, there's something you need to understand about most dollar stores in the United States. Not everything's $1. Dollar General, way more than $1. Family Dollar, way more than $1. Dollar Tree, even, more than $1 now because of inflation. It turns out the dollar store model's not that good because of inflation existing. So, yeah. Yeah, so she got trapped in a jar, and, yeah. Why is Crocodile in Mastered, bro? He lost to a hockeyless Luffy. Yeah, 2 years ago, but he's trained considerably since then, and I feel like Crocodile is the guy that he's like, after he was defeated by Whitebeard, he made some adjustments, and then he was defeated by Luffy, and he made like, okay, I do not think Crocodile would lose in the same way again, the same way Luffy beat him. I think he might have figured out a way to get around that water weakness from the time skip. You've been my favorite YouTuber for 8 years now, since the Saitama versus everyone, and ever since then you have brought me nothing but joy and laughter, and now I'm able to say thanks. Thank you, Julio! From Puerto Rico. Thank you so much. I would like to visit Puerto Rico. So does that mean Zaz Bones would low diff Zoro now? No, it doesn't. All right. Who's next? Karasu. So oh, whoa, we just had a $50 donation from Jordan. Hold on a second. Pause. Hey, Teching. My wife and I have had a great time at the One Piece trivia panel and usually don't have time to catch you on streams. I owe most of my One Piece knowledge to listening to you as a podcast. Thanks for the years of content to the Zoro figure. Thank you, Jordan. And Joshua, following it up, since we have aquatic devil fruits like Pecoms, I think it's possible to have a water Logia. I think so, too. I think a water Logia might pop in the story at some point. But yeah, thanks to Jordan for coming down to the panel. And I think, oh yeah, Jordan, okay, yeah, for the Zoro figures. So Jordan is the one that actually won the trivia. Jordan is the one that got the 44 points and won the One Piece trivia at Teco this year. So congratulations to Jordan. Yeah. Thank you for the donation. And enjoy your One Piece. I got a giant Zoro figure at Teco. I was going around. I mean, I brought some prizes with me, but I wanted to get like a big prize for the grand prize kind of thing, and that's what I ended up getting. And it was funny because the person I bought this like giant Zoro figure from was also a fan of my videos. So he gave me a really nice bag to carry it around in. So that was cool. He's a cool guy. Yeah. All right. So what do we got here? Yeah, okay, so Karasu, right. Karasu, Soot fruit user. We found out he was a Logia recently. He has the power. Now, we see him using it with crows because he's Karasu. It's like literally crow. But, like, he can turn soot into not living things, but, like, they can approximate living things. But they're, like, enough matter to actually hold people. Like, it's not just soot, like, the consistency of soot that's, like, it just falls through like powder. He can coalesce this together to allow people like Sabo to ride on top of his crows, and he could send crows at people to like if these crows can like support the weight of Sabo, these things can be used as like missiles. These things can be used to like launch at your opponent and like explode and cut people up and things like that. It's also a powder, so you can blind people. Pocket soot, you know, you can just throw soot in people's faces. You can throw out like a smoke screen around. Like there's a lot of applications for this. There's a lot. Who manifested soot? Somebody at some point wanted to turn into soot. I don't know, man. It's a wet powder. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Could he grind up his powder in enough, like, small enough granules and somebody lights a match and then it explodes? That'd be cool. I'm going to throw soot in your eye. Is soot supposed to be an element? I mean, I'm sure soot naturally occurs in nature. If there's a wildfire or something and something burns down and then burns again into soot and ash, I'm pretty sure that naturally occurs, yeah. Pocket soot! Is it flammable? So the thing is with flammability, that's a scientific term. If you take something like flour, okay, and flour is ground down fine enough and it's like released into the air, it's combustible. Like you can light a match and it will explode. All right. So I imagine soot could maybe do the same thing. I don't know if it could. Naturally occurs in nature. Yes. As opposed to unnaturally occurs in nature. Inflammable means flammable. What a country. That's a Simpson reference. People can spontaneously combust at any point, I thought. Gonna have to look into the medical science on that one. I don't think... Boom! Spontaneously combust right here on stream. Soot can stain pans. A deadly power indeed. It is. All right, he's either top level user or he's mastered it. One of the two. I feel like we haven't... We've definitely seen him use it a few times before it was revealed what it was called, and then we've seen him a little bit after. But I feel like there's more we could see him using it. So I'm gonna keep him top right now. I'll put him above Caesar, though. You're thinking of Fire Force. Yeah, I think that happens more in Fire Force. Yeah. All right. Kuzan is up next. The Hia no Mi. Keep in mind, his ability is not to control ice. It's the ability of cold. All right? He's literally the element of cold. Once again, yes, easily mastered. I don't think there's any complaints there, but we could talk about his power a little bit here. So, he allows... I mean, it basically allows him to walk on the water so he can just negate the Devil Fruit weakness, like, automatically. In fact, I think out of every Logia, his is the best at stop. Like, I don't think Kuzan's ever gonna drown. I doubt he will. Like, remember when Garp grabbed him and he shoved him through the ground and he used Blue Hole? I think Kuzan just got shoved through the ground and then just used his ice to stop him from hitting the water. Like, you literally cannot kill Kuzan using the standard Devil Fruit weakness. I mean, I guess you could if you, like, chained him up with Sea Prism and then threw him in the water. But you're not taking him out using water, all right? The Ice Bike makes him S tier for sure, yeah. Aren't we just playing semantics at this point? He effectively controls ice. Cold and ice are different things. Like, they just are. But yeah, ice is a byproduct of cold, so yes, he can control ice, but they're not the same thing. I mean, snow, which is what Monet turns into, I mean, when you really break it down, it's really just like frozen water droplets. It's like crystallized like water and stuff. It just, you know, becomes ice. So her, I would say, more is about like ice and snow manipulation. Kuzan is the element of cold. He can conjure... Yes, he conjures ice using the power of cold. That's how it works. He lowers the temperature of water around him and he makes ice out of cold. Very, very similar, I understand, but it is a different thing. Like, I'm assuming, and in fact, I'm pretty sure we've seen him do this before. Like, he can just walk into an area and lower the overall temperature. He is absolute zero. We digress, Tekking. Indeed, yes. As in closing argument, ice and cold are different things. Change my mind. Except don't. All right, moving on. We got Blackbeard. All right, now here's the deal. I actually do not think Blackbeard has completely mastered his fruit yet. Because he's only had it for 2 years. A little over 2 years, I guess. Like 2 years, 6 months or whatever. I guess, well, depending on how much time has passed since the time skip. Maybe like 3 years, you want to say. I don't think he has truly mastered it yet. He's a top-level user, for sure. I wouldn't say he needs more training in the sense that, like, I'm going to use needs more training as, like, dude, you really need to work on that power. That is a good power, but you really need to work on it. Decent is like, all right, whatever. Top level is you could do some really cool shit with that power, but you're not at the top level yet. He could do more. I think Blackbeard has more in the tank with his Yami Yami no Mi. I think we could see some stuff from him by the end of the story that's going to be wild. I think we could see him, like, blacking out the entire sky or some shit. Like, we're going to see some really cool stuff from Blackbeard. And it's a very unique Logia by that regard. For the One Piece YouTuber, by the way, does Prince Cruz count as a Logia? I don't believe he does, Prince Cruz, because we haven't seen himself turn into clay yet. Yeah, this Logia has the side effect of being hit by attacks, because the logic behind his darkness sucks in everything, so he can't avoid being hit. He can't turn intangible like lightning or light or something. The power of darkness! I've always loved this shot of Blackbeard right here. This is the shot of him, I think, when they were discussing, like, the payback war, when Marco attacked him and the rest of the Whitebeard crew, and he looks like this. He's pretty badass here. Yeah. That's the limit of the fruit, not the user. I'm not putting him in top level because of that. I'm just mentioning it as a side thing that, like, yeah, he can be hit by physical attacks. That is a thing, but just in terms of the abilities that we've seen yet, I feel like there's more to it that he hasn't either unlocked or we just haven't seen yet. Yes, Blackbeard is confirmed to be a Logia, yeah. Which hand would he use with the Maramara no Mi? He'd use his well, the Maramara no Mi. The Mero, sorry. The Love fruit. I mean, there's another appendage he might use that for. Yeah, he confirmed him himself that he's a Logia. He could have been lying, though, for all we know. I don't know why he would lie. The only person around him was Ace, and he was about to get, killed or captured, so I don't think he was lying. Unless we find out at the end of the story that all devil fruits are, like, one category. Like, there were never any third categories after all. There was only one category the entire time. Yeah, there was no reason to lie to Ace. I don't think he was trying to manipulate him with his devil fruit or anything. Like, I have a Logia. Ha ha ha. He'll never know that I have a mythical zone. Zay ha 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 ha. Every devil fruit is a mythical zone. That's the ultimate twist. Everyone. The jacket fruit allows you to turn into the ancient jacket god. Zipper Man. There we go. The jacket fruit allows you to turn into the god Bruno Bruciolati. All right, but yeah, I'm going to put him in top level. All right, we've gotten to Monet. We have finally arrived at Monet. Sexy harpy girl. All right, sexy harpy girl with green hair. R.I.P. R.I.P. Monet. Some people still think she's not dead, but she's dead. She's dead as a doornail. And her devil fruit will probably never be addressed again. But if it does, hope Vivi gets it. Can we go along with the Nami's Mekon tree having the devil fruit? That's a popular theory. That was like around 8-9 years ago. Yeah, Tashigi did manage. Okay, well, Zoro cut her in half, and Tashigi was kind of like the finishing blow. I don't know if you want to throw that victory in the foot of Tashigi. I don't know if you want to say Tashigi soloed Monet or anything like that. It was very clear Zoro's influence in that fight definitely had an impact. I'll put her in decent. I'll put her in mid. Tashigi solos! Yeah, the island also blew up at the end of it. Yeah, Monet's dead. Very unfortunate. Zoro defeated her. Zoro sliced her in half. He didn't use haki. She was really traumatized, like shocked. She was in shock, basically, for a moment. But Tashigi did kind of do, like, the final cool little slash thing. But she was having trouble before that. Yeah. Yeah, Zoro would have died if Tashigi wasn't there to help him. Yeah, Zoro was basically bluffing. He was basically just messing with her, yeah. Tashigi one-shotted the whole island. Tacking, did you not read Punk Hazard? Tashigi solos that entire arc. I should just make a video where it's like, hey guys, remember that one time Tashigi beat Kaido? Oh, dude, I remember that fight. Kaido goes into a dragon, Tashigi jumps in the air and sliced him in half in one move. God, that was badass. And then her Shigure turns into a Saijo Awazumono and Black Blade all at once. Oh, man, that was a crazy battle. Tashigi solos that entire arc in a fight, right? Yeah, no, in every context. Tashigi soloed Im-sama. I remember that. I remember that. What fan fiction are we writing right now, dear Lord? If Tashigi was real, she'd just be like, what are you guys doing? What? Please stop, please. Okay. All right. Ace. Ace was really good with his power. I mean, it was shit luck he had to go up against Blackbeard. It's really hard to beat Blackbeard. Just by the nature of his power and how it can negate, like, anything. But Ace was a professional with his ability. He had a bounty of 550 million, which is nothing to scoff at. But I don't think he ever awakened it. I don't think he ever truly got up to Admiral level using his power. And I mean, like, honestly, he's dead now. So, right now, Ace is a complete idiot using his power. Ace, come on, dude. He's a skeleton in the ground. Ace, get your lazy ass up and fight. God damn, you can't even say that he's a skeleton, therefore he can't fight. Look at Brook. He manages just fucking fine. Get your ass out of the ground and start fighting, Ace. I don't think Ace mastered it. I don't think he truly got to, like, the Awaken level. Might have been very, very close. I'll put him... Let's see here. Hold on. I'll rearrange this tier a little bit here. I feel like I should put Blackbeard in front of... Well... Okay, Ace had way more experience with his fruit. Blackbeard's fruit is just very, very niche in negating other devil fruit powers. Yeah. So we'll do that. I think Ace had more experience and a better use of his fruit than Blackbeard. It's just Blackbeard's just, you know. It's the it's the one what is it in, like, in Persona, there's, like, you have to, like, so when you're in Persona or the Shin Megami Tensei games, you have to, like, okay, so obviously this element beats this element, like, you know, but ultimately there's, like, Almighty, which is, like, a power that transcends all of it. So it's, like, the ultimate element that doesn't have a weakness. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, the way Sabo is using it. Sabo is really good at his power. So the question is Sabo on the same level that Ace was? And I'm going to say no. Sabo's had his power for, like, if we're being generous, 2 or 3 months. If we're being generous with the timeline. So now we have a little bit of contention here. Because some people are saying he's way better, some people are saying no. So I'm going to leave this up to a poll. I think this is the first one that's been contentious enough for a poll. Well, you know what I'll say? I'll say, who is better at using? Who is better at using Mara Nomi? Ace, Sabo. All right, here we go. Start the poll. Sabo is smarter than Ace. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Like, Ace is not an idiot. I don't want you to think Ace is a dumb guy. But Sabo being smarter than him, yeah, I'll give you that. No poll needed, man. The facts are in the show. Well, I want this to be fair. If a lot of the chat is being super contentious about something, I'd like to leave it up to a poll. I feel like just because he got the fruit, he just got it. He knows how to use the he can. He came up with a couple extra moves like the smothered mate. So there's a couple of things that he's done. We haven't seen Sabo use, like, the Dai Enkai, Giant Spirit, Flame Bomb. We haven't really seen him do anything with the power. Like, we haven't seen him, like, I can use blue fire, you know, or fire that burns even hotter than Ace. Like, I think he is going to do that shit at some point. But I don't think he's at that level yet. Or we haven't seen it yet. Sabo burnt the Elders. I mean, he used a Fire Fist. Guys, the Fire Fist is Fire Fist. Pfft, giant explosion of fire. It doesn't really seem like something that takes a lot of thought to really put into it. I would say Sabo's techniques are good in their own right. What are Sabo's techniques, though? Like, how many different unique abilities does Sabo have? Hold on, let me look something up here. He has Smothered Mate. He has He Can, which is the same move that Ace used. So that doesn't really count. Hold on. Yeah, he used a big fire blast, and that burnt the Gorosei, which, okay. And then he used another fire blast to attack Eam. Nothing really super crazy different. Nothing that really shows me that, like, whoa, Sabo's such a better user than Ace ever was. All right, Sabo's techniques are... He's got... Oh, let me just scroll down. All right, he's got He Can. He's got a technique called Burning Dragon Claw Fist. So that combines... That's basically combining the He Can with his Dragon Claw thing that he's got. And he's got Smothered Mate, or Checked Rook. That's it. So really, he's got Ace's technique, Big Giant Flame Punch. Then he's got Big Giant Flame Attack with his Dragon Claw. Then he has Otabisha, which is the Smothered Mate or Checked Rook. And that's it. That's what Sabo's got. I'm sorry, I don't see Sabo as being more masterful of this fruit than Ace, and that's not to say that he won't master it and get to the point where he's even better than Ace. But he's still learning about this power. And I'd say... I'm honestly thinking, like, needs more training. I mean, he's better than Caribou, because, yeah, Caribou's had his power for years, and he's just an idiot with it. Not an idiot with it, but he didn't really learn more about how to use it. He just, like, I have a really cool power, and I'm just going to use the base power. I'm not going to learn how to do anything else with it. Sabo has it, And he's training a lot, but he needs to get better because he's just got the power. Yeah. Camera is blurry. Ooh, did it? Hold up. Ah! Focus. Focus. Yeah, he doesn't even know Prominence Burn or Hell Spider. Come on now, Sabo. Get with it. Does Sabo know anything about jet kindling? Can he use that phosphorus thing that Todoroki did? I think not. Sabo can't even ignite his farts yet. How long has it been since Dressrosa? In the context of the story, Wano, I remember, took about like a month from everything that happened, you know, with the 2 weeks until the Fire Festival, and then the Fire Festival, and then like while they were staying around in Wano. So I usually look at Wano as being around a month. After Dressrosa, there was Zoe and Whole Cake, which was a few weeks. And then after Wano going to Egghead, it was like, I don't know, another week or so. So it couldn't have been more than 3 months that Sabo got the power. Yeah. Whole Cake is like 5 days or something. Yeah, it might have been that much. I know, because you have to factor in the amount of time it takes the Straw Hats to get there, which Oda sometimes is clear with that, and other times he's not. Sometimes he'll say it takes like a week or two to get to an island, and other times he doesn't. He just kind of shows like time has passed and they got to the next island. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's fitting that he needs more training because he just got the power. All right, Akainu. Once again, easy mastery for Akainu, for Sakazuki. I mean, it was mentioned in a Vivre card, so take it, you know, with a grain of salt. Ooh, the salt fruit, that'd be a good one. But the idea is that Akainu's ability is like one of the strongest, if not the most powerful, like physical strength. Devil fruits, like there's really not much that can't be destroyed via magma. I mean, like it took care of Kaido and Big Mom pretty handily. Akainu. Pocket salt. Yeah. So I'm going to put Akainu. I mean, like, in terms of strength of Logias, let's arrange this with the admirals up here. I'll put Crocodile at the very end. Like, I'll arrange them just like this. It's the peak physical damage fruit. It's just DPS. That's what it is. Damage per second. Just turn into a giant magma dog and just boom, boom, boom. You know, 27 hit combo. You know, and just burn the crap out of them and get that burn damage going. It's powerful, man. Prince Groose is not a confirmed Logia user. We don't know yet. I don't think he is. We haven't seen him turn into clay. What's the difference between lava and magma? Magma's under the ground, lava's above it. It's essentially the same thing, but there is a difference in the way that it's what it's called. Why do people call Aramaki Green Bull instead of Ryukyugyu? For me, it's because I feel like I always fuck up pronouncing Ryukyugyu. But that's his name. I feel like an equal amount of people, I mean, depending on who you're asking, call him Aramaki, Green Bull, Ryukyugyu. I like the name Aramaki, to be honest with you. I just like saying Aramaki. Aramaki. Where's Pika? Pika's not a Logia. He is a Paramecia. Yeah. Is it about power or skill? I would say in both contexts, the Admirals have pretty much roundly mastered their fruit in both mastery of skill and mastery of their sheer power. Yeah. Pika, Pika, Pika. Although Kizaru has the Pika, Pika no Mi. So there's that. Pikachu! All right. So next we have the only video game character on this list. Are you guys ready for Simon. Yay. We all love Simon. And the power of the Pasa Pasa no Mi, which originally I thought was the ability to control pasta, but it is not. It is the power to control paper. It's the paper Logia. All right, now look right here. I want to stop everybody saying something stupid right now. Have you ever gotten a fucking paper cut? Have you ever gotten a paper cut? Have you ever had a fucking moment where a piece of paper just goes straight across your hand or straight across your finger? Not just your finger, but like one of your joints, like right here on the upper joint of your finger. It just goes right across that son of a bitch. And it's that brief moment that it hurts like a motherfucker, and then it just, like, you don't see blood right away, right? It's just, and you're, like, looking at it, and you're like, oh, maybe it won't bleed, maybe it won't bleed. Ah, here it comes, crap. Cardboard cut, too. Cardboard is made of paper. Have you ever been cardboard cut? I got some wounds from Dollar Tree from some cardboard cuts. Cardboard is bad. Oh. Can his paper explode? Okay, so it's from a video game that I have never played, but according to his Wikipedia, let's go look up his Wikipedia article and see what he can do with this bad boy. I was reading it a little bit earlier. All right, so let's see what this thing can do. See what this bad boy can do here. All right, hold up. Let me do this. All right, strengths and weaknesses. All right, the major strength of this ability is that it allows the user to transform into sheets of paper. The thin sheets of paper can be used to inflict cutting damage on enemies as launched in projectiles. Transforming into paper also enables the user to fly freely. Okay, he has the ability to fly. That's pretty good. In addition, by using the strange symbols written on the pages of an ancient book, the user can produce various elemental and physiological effects. Although paper would normally be weak to fire, the user can counter this by weaknesses by using a symbol. Okay, so he's kind of the same idea with Aramaki. Like, I have a natural weakness to fire. I'm going to figure out a way around that. So he adds, like, special, like, talismans or seals to his paper to block the fire. However, this can be countered if a paint or ink is splashed on the paper, removing the immunity. Aside from this, the user is also subjected to standard devil-free weaknesses. Okay, so It's paper, but he can do some extra elemental damage with it. He could add, like, this is a seal that does fire damage. This is a seal that does wind damage. This is a seal that does lightning damage. It's in a video game, so you gotta, like, you know, you gotta understand there's gonna be, like, video game mechanics here. Yeah. Capable of, there's an attack that inflicts poison. There's an attack that explodes. Yep, there's an attack that he uses that explodes. There's an attack that electrocutes you. So it's like a bunch of elemental damage from a video game. Yeah. So he's a ninja from, like, yeah, he has, like, ninja elemental chakra and shit. Yeah, so kind of like Miss Golden Week. Yeah, kind of. At any rate, I haven't played the video game, but I'm going to assume if he can do all of this, and I think he's the final boss. He's a final boss of this video game, I think. What was the video game? Hold on. Great Hidden Treasure of the Nanatsu. Oh, it's the Seven Islands. I've heard of this. I haven't played it, but I've talked about this in other videos. Yes. All right. So, I mean, final boss of a video game. He can use a bunch of elements. He can turn into paper. I'll give him at least decent. I'll give him a decent ranking. Yeah. His power seems to have weaknesses, though. Like, he's like, I am immune to fire, but I can easily negate that by just throwing paint on it. So, paint is like his word. Ooh, a paint Logia. That'd be good. That'd be a cool power, actually, using paint. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so I think it's just the symbols. Yeah. It's symbols, like, in conjunction with his power, probably. A paint Logia would be fire. I'd like that. That'd be cool. Acid no Mi. See, we're coming up with ideas for you, Oda. Ink, fruit. There, boom. 3 ideas for Logias. Ink, paint, and acid. Have fun, Oda. Okay, I love this guy. Smoker, decent. No higher than that. Smoker is pretty decent. I'll give you that. Smoker's definitely gotten better with his power, but he's nowhere near Admiral level yet. Not even really close. Top level, maybe, but I think putting him in decent's fair. If he's top level, he's like at the bottom of that. But he's got the Smog Hog. That's right, he does have the Smog Hog, which we did recently see. The hell are you talking about? Oh, this is one of Fornever's thumbnails. Hey, there's Fornever in the corner. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Fornever always putting a little image of himself in the corner of all of his thumbnails. Yeah. So, like, dude, this is a thing. This is legit. This is a thing because you would, like, go on Google to, like, type in an image of a character, like Smoker or somebody, and odds are you might have a little image of Fornever over in the corner. Yeah. Because this is from an old Logia video I did back in, like, 2018. He did tie with Ace in Alabasta. You know what? I'm gonna put him at the bottom of top level. I will put Smoker at the bottom of top level tier. I think he's a bit better. Maybe way back in Alabasta I'd put him down here, but I'm gonna put him up here. I think he deserves to be at the bottom of top. Not agree. Well, you know what? I'll leave that up to a poll. Oh, Fornever retired. He did. Oh, you know, it's like an era, you know, it's like when I started on YouTube, it was, Fornever had the highest, I think, subscribers in terms of, like, manga reviewing YouTubers, right? Like, there were other YouTubers like Giguk and stuff that talked about anime back then, because Giguk is, like, original, because he started his channel in, like, 2006. But in terms of specifically, like, manga chapter reviews every week, Fornever was number 1. Sawyer, I think, was number 2. I don't remember any of the others after that, but I remember Fornever and Sawyer were always, like, you know, like, they're the top of this, you know. And then King of Lightning and me started around the same time. And then there was a bunch of other, you know, there was Code Provider, and then there was Chibi. And then there was, oh, there's so many back in the old days. There was the Elite Ace. He started his stuff. Yeah. Crazy that that's an era that was 13 years ago now. 13 years ago. Jesus Christ. God, I had a little bit of a flashback there. I had a flashback to the beginning of my career. Oh, dude. And I'm still at it. I'm still trucking along. Oh, here I am doing it. Keep on doing it. Keep on moving. All right. Smoker belong in top tier. Yes or no? Let's go. Double 4 anime. Yeah, I can't name everybody off, guys. There's a lot of people back in the day, but I remember Double 4, yes. I remember Double 4. Yeah, I know Fornever made music. I know he moved to making music. I didn't know if yeah, he said he retired. He like took down his channel. But yeah. Going back to the thumbnail choice, there's an SBS drawing of Boa with the Gura Gura no Mi. You could use that for the thumbnail instead. Boa with the Gura Gura. Ooh, I didn't know. Is that a thing? I gotta look into that later. Teching, are we supposed to not see the characters under the tier list? You mean the characters that I put on here just to fill out the gap? Or the... Because I'm out of characters. We're done with the tier list. Tier list is complete. Just doing one more check. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, my God! I'll give it about another minute or so to see where we're at, but this is a close election, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Is a Baby 5 Logia. You know, if Baby 5 was from America, I feel Baby 5 would be a Logia. Guns and missiles and bombs are are an element in the United States of America. The four elements: earth, wind, fire, air. Gun! Dude, I was watching a guy, I don't remember his name, but it was a while back, where he was talking about how crazy Digimon evolutions are, and he talked about, I didn't even know this guy, there's a Digimon called Gundramon, who's just a shitload of guns. Just guns. He's just guns in the shape of a dragon. Like, he's got, like, pistols for wings, and a gun for a face. Gundramon. Oh, man. You know, the idea about Tashigi's dream, people have brought this up. A lot of people have made videos about this already that I think have done a pretty good job with it. But yeah, the idea of Tashigi not achieving her dream is kind of, it's an interesting topic. I don't know. Maybe I will make a video about it, because I do want to talk about it. But then it's one of those things where, like, well, another YouTuber already made a video on this exact topic, so, you know, should I? The Gun Devil. Basically the Gun Devil, yeah. Yeah, the Gun Devil. Kind of sounds like the Gun Devil. Well, it would have been before the Gun Devil. So the Gun Devil, if anything, took stuff from Gundramon. I could talk about it, just reference the video and, like, give links and everything like that. Because, you know, that's happened before. I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube that talk about One Piece. So it's a situation where it's like, oh, I want to make a video on this topic, and I'll look it up really quick. I'm like, oh, somebody already made a video about this. Like, now, if somebody made a video about something like 4 years ago, it's like, okay, I mean, this is already out there. And if it's a big topic, then obviously everybody's going to discuss it. Like, you know, I guess the mysterious, the Man Marked by Flames. Obviously, a bunch of people are going to make a video about Man Marked by Flames. But if it's like a very specific topic and it's only been discussed like a week ago, like, I don't want to, you know. Yeah. But anyway, that is our tier list. I guess the winner of the polls was no. Smoker does not belong in top tier. He is decent tier, sir. You have been judged, Smoker D. Cigar. Smoker D. Cigar, you have been judged. And the chat has found you decent. The chat has simply deemed you all right. As it should be. As it should be. Smoker, you are now and forever shall be mid. No. He has been cast into the dimension of mid characters. He just pops into an empty void floating next to Kid for the rest of eternity. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. What are you in here for? I got my ass kicked by Shanks, so everybody says I'm mid now. I see. And then it's just Kid and Smoker hanging out together for all eternity. He's not trash, he's smoke. You know, I feel bad for Smoker because, like, he was a supreme badass. He was, like, the final boss of the East Blue, right? Like, Luffy beat Arlong. He couldn't do shit against Smoker, right? Like, he was a really badass character at the end of the East Blue. Like, there's really strong characters coming up in the Grand Line. And, yeah, after Alabasta, that's it, really. Doesn't do anything else for the remainder. He does some stuff at Marineford, but barely any. And then we get to the New World, and he has, like, okay, I'm going to focus on Smoker at Punk Hazard. And it's like, okay, you know, he's gotten better. He's a Vice Admiral now. That's neat. But, You know, he's stronger, but not really to the level that, like, he's even... Like, if Luffy fought Smoker at Punk Hazard, Luffy would have kicked his ass. There's no question about that. Luffy has already far and surpassed Smoker's ability by the time Punk Hazard rolls around. Not even a question. Luffy would have won. So, you know, kind of just there. He's kind of condemned to catch up. Unless he shows up and it's like, so Oda does some bullshit where it's like, Smoker's an awakened user now, and he has Haki. And he has Conquerors. to make him the same level as everybody else. Which I'm hoping Oda doesn't do that with a lot of characters. I'm hoping it's just like, by the way, surprise level up. Like, alright. He's not that old. He's only in his mid-30s. He's only in his mid-30s. Please don't call him old. He's only like 5 years older than I am. Oh, yeah. He has cool sunglasses, though. Yeah, you gotta give it to Smoker. He dresses to impress. Old! All right. Well, that was the not the trivia. That was the Logia tier list. Now, let's open some fan mail. We got about an hour and a half, so that was actually about the length of a normal live stream. We don't have very much fan mail. We have a couple boxes here. I wanted to get some stuff. I got some stuff from fans at London MCM and from Techo. I got something from someone. I've been to a lot of cons the last couple of weeks. Like last 2 months, I've been to 3 cons. I've been to London MCM over in London. I've been to Sci-Fi Convention over here, which that one was just more of a local thing. And then I went to Techo this past weekend. So I've been around a lot. All right, so let's get some fan mail. Fan mail. Ugh. All right. So where to start here? Let me just go over some odds and ends first. When I was at London, a fan of mine gave me a little gift box that had this little puzzle in it. So thank you. I love little puzzles like this. I kind of collect them. And I didn't open it yet because I wanted to show it on stream. But they're these cool little puzzles that you can just kind of mess around with. So I'm not gonna try to solve it right here because it's gonna take some time. But I like these little puzzle things. Pretty cool. Oh, wait. Whoa. I did it! Woo! We are the champions! We are the champions! No time for losers, because we are the champions of the world! Was that the secret? Just throw it in the air and catch it? Wait, was that the actual fucking solution, or now do I have to put it back together? Oh, that would have been hilarious. Yeah, now I think I have to put it back together. Wait a minute, what? What? Alright. There's different levels of puzzle. There's like all these different kinds of puzzles. Okay. See, this is bullshit because like there's some on here like this one. This one I have and it's ranked 6 stars as a Grandmaster, and the solution to it is so simple. This was an expert level puzzle that I just... What? Cast puzzle. This puzzle consists of 4 pieces that are combined to form a square. Will you be able to take it apart? Yes. I did it. I did it. Thank you. Now put it back in one piece. All right, well, hold up. Let me see if I can... Wait, hold on a minute. Let me just... It worked! They went all back together. All right, well, hold on a minute. Just put it all back in one piece. Hold up. Okay, so half of it. And then gotta try to I know I should be doing other shit right now. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have other fan mail to open, but I'm like, wait a minute, puzzle. Okay, hold on. I got both halves. Yeah, no, that's going to be more difficult to get it back together. Solve D puzzle. Hold on. Now, see, this is why I love puzzles. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, I see. Hold on a minute. That's the solution on how to get them apart. Just throw them up in the air and let gravity do the rest of the work. All right. Just always let gravity do it. Gravity solves every problem. Either that or a spin. Yeah, that's the other one, too. All right. Yeah, I got to mess with this later. Okay. I got other stuff to open. But there we go. We solved it live on stream. No one can say otherwise. No one can say otherwise. Live on stream. All right, there we go. Okay. So that's the one little puzzle. The other thing, when I was at Techo, one of my fans, I didn't catch his name, he just came up to my booth and I signed a thing for him, and he just gave me this little gotcha pod that he got at the con, and it's little Basil Hawkins. So thank you. Live on Scream. Ah! There you go. So, yeah, these guys just a little bit. Basil Hawkins. There he is. Is he doing the Mr. Evil thing? Like, $1 million. Dun, dun, dun. Or $1 billion. What was it? $1 billion or $1 million? I never saw Austin Powers. Yeah. The Magician. Ah, yes. The dumbest character death in One Piece. I would have liked to see Hawkins do more stuff. Maybe he's not dead, but he probably is. Such is the way. Such is the way. All right. So those are just some like odds and ends, little trinkets I got. I'm going to open the box now from... Hold up. This is from Italy that I got recently. From Mattia. Did you ever taste a devil fruit? No, I cannot say I have ever tasted a devil fruit. So the box has like little cotton in it. Just, and it is, I believe, a type of jam or jelly. This is not the first time I've received jams and jellies or like a spread in the mail. This is actually more common than you would think. I remember back in the day, some dude sent me like homemade salsa and a bunch of different jams one time. And I've gotten a bunch of stuff like Nutella, not Nutella, but like marmalade and like other stuff, like Vegemite. I remember I got once. So devil jam. Whitebeard's so badass. He grew a mustache and it's a beard and nobody said shit. So there is a reason for that. And I think somebody probably already, it's the same word. Hige is the same word for, it's just facial hair in Japanese. It's a joke. It's to an American. It's very funny because beard and mustache are different words. In Japanese, it's just one word for facial hair. Yeah. But yeah, there are a bunch of fire engines and ambulances and police cars I'm hearing fire engines. Something happened. Okay, because there's a lot of sirens going on outside right now. But anyway, thank you, Mattia. And we also have a vial of something. I don't know what this is. Is there a note? There is. To explain this, what do we have here? I think that's everything else in the package. What did you do? I've been here raiding devil fruits for the last hour and a half. Get out! Your house is on fire! That almost happened last year. But I do have a fire alarm, so if my house caught on fire, I would know. To be read first. Okay. I shall read it first. All right, whoa. Hi, Matt. Mid-time follower here. I used to watch your videos once in a while when I was an anime only, and your mention of Vegapunk in your thumbnails prompted me to get started on the manga. First and most important thing, I love your content, your energy, and how mainly have fun instead of following trends and clickbait stuff. Yeah, I never really got it. I mean, I've dabbled with clickbait stuff every now and then. I mean, I picked for a Logia video, I picked the sexiest member of the Logia, for that. But, 30 minutes about trees and garbage. Yes, I love it, and it will never be enough. More of this, please. Random animal facts, so random and cool. Don't change. You're Gold D. I see what you did there. That said, I'm a pharmaceutical science student, close to my degree, and if you need to know anything about chemistry or biology and medicine and farm stuff for your videos, feel free to ask me. See, this is the cool stuff about my fans, because it's like when Mother Flame was in the manga. It's like, oh, this is like nuclear power. I don't know anything about nuclear power outside of like really basic layman stuff. So it's great that I have fans that are like all over the world and have a vast variety of different knowledge and skill sets. So there's usually, a lot of times people will argue in the comments like, it's like this. No, it's like this. No, you're wrong. But ultimately it's pretty civil, and I like that. Yeah. You may be wondering, what's the content of the mysterious jar? Well, I managed to get my hands on the Goro Goro fruit and turn it into a jam. Oh, crap, it's Goro Goro jelly. So it's the lightning fruit. It's Enaru's Rumble Rumble fruit. I will eat this power and become Zeus. That's pretty cool. It's strong and sharp, not to be taken lightly. I suggest taming it with some cheese. Thank you, Mattia. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for that, for the jar and the vial. And this is like an explanation of what's in that. Food information because I don't like accidentally killing people. That's fun. Yeah, every time somebody has sent me like homemade jams and jellies before in the mail, they never tell me what's in it. They always just say, here's a random jelly that I canned. Here you go. And I'm like, all right. I don't know what's in this, So we got some lemon, apricots, brown and white sugar, ginger, sriracha peppers, all certified vegan. Oh, that's nice. You need to bite into them. Okay, liking other fruits. Oh, peppercorns. Oh, they're peppercorns. That's what these are. Peppercorns. Peppercorns. Neat. You need to bite into them. It turned out less electric than expected. The small vial also contains some if they taste. Oh, okay, like electric lemons if it's weird but fun. So that's like extra. Thank you. If the lid does do clack clack and moves, it's lost its vacuum and you need to boil it. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for giving me this important information. It's better than safe than dead. Yeah, botulism, not fun. But it's thank you for the information, Mattia. PPS, last thing to read. Ooh, okay. Just wanted to add that it took like 2 days to find a small enough box. Otherwise, what I've just spent extra for shipping, and I'm far from being a celestial dragon. Anyway, I have the chance to ask. OP characters are from two world where conspiracies are true. What do you think they believe if they spawned in ours, and who wouldn't fall for it? I guess it could be a deep dive, maybe Mugiwara no Goofy video. I don't know. The letter is getting long. Enjoy the spices in the jam. Thank you. No, I feel like considering a conspiracy that exists is like flat Earth conspiracies. I feel like which One Piece character would fall for that, is the question. I don't know. Would Luffy fall for the Earth being flat? I feel like he would. I feel like somebody would tell him the Earth is flat, and Luffy would just be like, wait a minute, the Earth's flat? And then Chopper would be like, it is? I didn't know that. Nami, why didn't you tell us? And Nami would smack him on the head and no, the Earth is not flat, you idiots. And just like Leo would believe it. Oh God, Leo would believe every single conspiracy theory, even the ones that contradict the other ones. He would just believe all of them. Every single one. The world is controlled by reptoid aliens. Oh, really? I didn't know that. But it's also controlled by ghosts. Oh, really? So the ghosts and the reptoids are working together? Yes. Just like, oh, God, yeah. Leo would be tortured by all of it. But thank you, Matteo. Thank you for sending this from all the way from Italy. I would love to visit Italy someday. I want to visit most of the countries in the world. Be a lovely time. I'd like to visit Ukraine, too, at some point, because that's where my family's from, but kind of a little bit of a war going on right now, so probably not the best time to visit at the moment, but someday. All right, next box we have, this is from Tony, from Old Tony. Old Tony. And Tony drew like a bunch of random stuff on the side of the box. So we have like a cool Tekking 101 written there. I believe that's my name written in katakana. Tekingu. And there's the Sunny on this side. Oh my God, what is going on out there? I am just hearing like fire engine after fire engine. Hold on, I am going to go upstairs really quick and look out my window and see if there's just a giant plume of smoke or something, because it is like, oh my God, there's another one. What the fuck is going on outside? Nothing that's apparent, like, immediately. Like, I walked outside on my front porch, and I didn't see any, like, plumes of smoke. Like, nothing in my neighborhood is, like I walk outside, my neighbor's house is on fire. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. My little development is fine. But, yeah, there's something going on somewhere. Holy shit. Yeah. It's a buster call! I have no idea what it is. Dude, the other day, when I was driving to Teco, I was literally, okay, so I literally just pull out of my development, and then I'm just driving down the road, like literally like 30 seconds from my house. I pull out of my development, I pull onto the main road, and there's a bunch of cars that are all like immediate traffic jam. Like as soon as I turn onto the main road, immediate traffic jam. And I'm like, what is going on here? And it was like raining a little bit, and I pulled up, and I'm getting closer and closer, and I saw a car completely flipped on its, like, back. Like, completely flipped on the side. So I put my car into four ways. I jumped, because it just happened. Like, no police, no ambulances were there. There were a couple of other people in front of me. I put my fucking four ways on. I jump out of my car. I run over, because the car is completely flipped. And I'm like, is everybody okay? And then he's just like, yeah, he's fine. And it was a high school kid that was in an accident. And he was standing right there. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm like, wait, you were in the car? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, you're like not a mark on you. I'm like, holy crap, you are lucky. You know, so like everybody was okay. It was like there was nobody injured or anything, but like that was wild. Damn. Yeah, I had the fucking adrenaline thing going. Like, okay, do I have to, like, cause it clearly had just happened. So yeah. Yeah, completely fine. Yeah, he was completely fine. He was just standing on the side of his road with his mom, I guess, and his mom was like, yeah, he's right here, he's fine. And I'm like, wait, you were in the car? He's like, yeah, I was driving. I'm like, I just turned the corner and I hydroplaned and I flipped. And I'm like, okay, good. You're not hurt. Car is completely fucked, but you're fine. So, yeah, that was crazy. That kid's luck, dude. That kid might be a Logia user. No, seriously, yeah. No, that's happened to me before too. With sometimes I feel like when the road is just a little wet, it's way worse for like hydroplaning than if it's a downpour. Because one time when I had my Pontiac, I was driving home one night on the same road I'd driven on all the time, and just turning around a corner, I wasn't going fast, and my whole car just skidded, and I ended up on top of a hill, and I was fine, and the car wasn't damaged really at all, but it was scary. Yeah. Anyway, back to fan mail. What was I opening? Oh, this from Tony. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Tony. All right, we got a bunch of stuff. I put a lot of little Easter egg things all over the package and stuff, so I hope you have as much fun opening it as I did putting it together. Well, thank you, old Tony. You might not have been old Tony. Thank you, Tony. All right, so we got some written on the side here. And then we got a bunch of paper. So I'm going to, hold on. I want to get paper everywhere. What is this paper? I think it's just like little shredded paper that he put in here. Okay. Shredded paper. I am so scared of hydroplaning. It's not fun, I can tell you that much. Be careful out there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Teching! That is a really cool card. That is awesome. That's like that looks like the Toy Story wallpaper. Yeah, that's really cool, dude. It's just packing material. Tony's in the chat. All right, let's see. We got a bunch of fun little stuff in here. Okay. Ahoy, Teching. Ahoy, Teching. My name's Tony. I'm 28 years old, and I'm an artist from the distant land of Eastern PA. I absolutely love all your videos. You've probably heard this kind of thing before, but I find them to be very calming and pretty, as I am a pretty anxious person. I can't overstate how helpful that can be. I always watch your new videos whenever they come out, but whenever I need something to listen to while I draw or whatever, I know I can't go wrong with a good old Teching joint. LOL. Right now, I'm finishing up your Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression with Briggs and loving it. You're about the same age as my brother, so everything you talk about always hits the perfect brand of nostalgia for me. 10K, how long it's been watching your videos. A few months, a year, a yar? Have I been stuck in a Sisyphusian loop of watching your videos since the dawn of time? Who's to say? All I know is a while back I noticed you had an address for fan mail, and it gave me the idea to make some things for you. So based on that stuff I've seen in your videos, here you go. A few setbacks and some foot dragging later, I'm finally getting around to packing it up for you. I spent all the morning today resizing the text on this goofy stationery to give you an idea. I mainly... Excuse me a second. I mainly make keychains and pins outside of drawing stuff, so I made you 2 of each. Hopefully when they're based on it's pretty obvious. Anyway, I hope if I'm lucky to see this silly letter pop up in one of your fan mail streams while I'm cooking dinner or drawing pictures of SpongeBob. P.S. The Etsy links are just where my girlfriend and I post clay stuff. You can check out my drawings on Instagram if you're curious. Sketchy Stony, or email me in, as I'm not going to read off his email, but check him out at Sketchy Stony. Best your pal, Tony. All right. That's how Goldie Roger would read fan mail. I be Goldie Roger, matey. Let's open some fan mail. Dude, if I could pull off a Roger cosplay, dude, I should do that. I wouldn't be a great Roger. I don't have I've seen some really good Rogers at conventions and stuff, but I should dress up like Goldie Roger and just read fan mail in the Goldie Roger. What kind of fan mail would Roger get? You know what I mean? That seems like it would be a fun premise for a video series, or at least a sketch. Yeah, that would be at least fun to do that. All right, well, thank you, Tony. Let's see what we got in here. We got some stickers. Slap them, give them to fans, lick the adhesive for emergency nourishment. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. Full Metal Alchemist taught me anything. You can eat boots. Some details if you're interested. The pins and keychains are all made by me by hand from polymer clay with details in acrylic paint. The pins are hand painted as well. I drew the stickers on my PC and printed them myself. Enjoy. Well, thank you. Doop, 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 doop. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these look so cool. There's the little Luffy pins, which I have the giant Luffy mat here. We got a berry. Hold on. We got a berry. Look at the little berry sticker. Oh my God, that's so cute. I don't want to use any of these yet. He gave me a bunch of each, but I just I want to be careful where I put these. Have your community write fan mail for Roger and do it, please. Oh, that would be fun. I did a video a while back when Bleach was ending. I thought I had an idea. I was going to do a video series on asking Stark questions, and I did do it eventually, but it took a long time. But, yeah, the Roger questions, maybe. I have to get a really cool mustache, though. Look at that. That's cool. Barry and, oh. Oh, this is number 4 from Codename Kids Next Door. Oh, I guess that's his Instagram QR code. There you go. I don't know if it would work for anybody, but there you go. That's awesome, dude. Going above and beyond. Yes. Oh, and of course we have Bugs Bunny with a gun. Bugs Bunny with a flintlock. Cool. I love number 4. Yeah, number 4 was cool. We got Sonic. That one was Sonic. Yes, these are cool. All right, let me put those nicely back in the little Ziploc bag thing. All right. And then we have a couple of other things in here. All right, we got some pins. Hold on, let me just carefully. Put it on the end of your mic. Oh, I should do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hold on. All right. Keychain. Keychain Luffy. Oh, man. Bartolomeo would love these. This is if Bartolomeo was in real life. He'd be making stuff like this. That's cute. And this one is... oh, is this a Barry keychain? Oh, please let this be a Barry keychain. It's a Barry keychain. Barry, you're a marketing darling. Who's more of a marketing darling, Chopper or Barry? Chopper's been around for longer. Chopper's been around, but Barry's catching up. Oh, that's awesome. There's a Barry. Barry. Awesome. All right, I'm going to put these off to the side here so they don't get crushed or fall off or anything. All right. Yeah, let's put one of these stickers on my mic. That'd be cool. Looks nervous. Barry always looks disturbingly nervous. I never know what he's thinking. What's going through your head, Barry? I don't know. All right. Get this sticker off here. Don't want to rip it. There it is. I got it. Okay. All right. Let's see. We got it right here. That'll work right there. All right. There we go. Now we're in business, baby. Now we're cooking. I like that. All right. Now I have something on my mic. Might want to put another one over here. I could cover up the Shure logo. Shure. Is Barry a good spot for that? Can I cover up Barry? Can I? Actually, Barry covers the Shure logo perfectly. If I do this, I give up any opportunity of being sponsored by Shure. And it's worth it. Hold on. Oh, no. The stickers are fine. It's just I don't want to be too rough and then rip them. Hold on. There we go. All right. There we are. We have it now. Barry and Luffy. Luffy and Barry. All right. Thank you, Tony. Anything else? What do we got in here? I think just packing paper. Yeah, I think there's just more packing paper. All right. Thank you, dude. Oh, these too. I forgot about these. More stuff. All right. Careful. Oh, they're pins. Okay, yeah, here are the pins. Luffy pin. Ahoy Tech. Oh, it even says Ahoy Teching on it. That's cute. Thank you. Okay. And I know these can go on my suit for sure. There we go. Haha. Luffy. Hold on a minute. Yeah. All right. There's that one, and then there's another one. And it's a berry pin, yeah. Yeah, well, I got to put the berry pin on my jacket. So we got that one here. He looks like a cookie. He looks like a little cookie. Oh, my God. I would not eat that. Yeah, okay. Oh, dude, Tony, thank you so much for all that. I got a lot of paper and cardboard and stuff here. So make sure to check out Tony over on, what was it again? Sketchy Stony, SKETCHYSTONY, over on Instagram. Yeah, there's an Etsy store too. So formal in a suit. Well, Barry had to be on a suit. I mean, he, you know, just standard. Just standard working at the Teching 101 offices. You got to wear a suit. Oh my God, that was all incredible. Yeah. All right. Put that over here for right now. Over here. All right. Next, we have Sam's box. And Sam sent me just a quick little letter and an item. Hey, Teching, figured you would like this since Porygon is your favorite Pokemon. I really enjoy your videos. Laughing my ass off. You're the best One Piece YouTuber. Sam. Short and to the point. And we got another Porygon to add to the Porygon Shrine. I don't know if you could see it, but it is over here-ish. There is a little mini Porygon Shrine I have over here in the corner. And now I can add to it. You know how hard it is to find a fucking Porygon plushie? Pokemon sitting... Yeah, I don't think this is an official Pokemon... Oh, no, it is an official product. I've been at the Pokemon Center before in, like, New York City looking for a freaking Porygon. They don't have it. So, I found one. Finally. It's okay, Porygon. I know the anime banished you to the black hole because of what happened back in 99. But it's okay, Porygon. I don't blame you. It was Pikachu's fault. It was Pikachu's fault all those seizures happened. You didn't do anything, Porygon. I believe in you. Yeah. He's a very rare Pokemon after all. Thank you, Sam. Take your letter out. Put that away. Put the box over here. There is... this was something I think that was given to me when I was at London MCM. I think a fan gave us all of one of these. Sorry, my microphone is off kilter there. Like, gave us one, like, to Briggs and Rustage and Spooky and me. This dice reminds me of William. Thank you for the many characters that make me feel comfortable and make me smile. Thank you for being so unashamedly you. It helps me comfortably me. Aw, that's nice. Thank you from Axe. Axe, yes, I remember you. Got a cool little dice here. Cool little D6 that reminds him of William. Yeah, he came up to us at the Rustage's booth and gave us all these little packages, and they were really nice, so I wanted to bring that up. Thank you. What's next? Dan. From Dan. By the way, I started being smart and putting printer tape, because, like, people give me boxes, and it has, like, their full names and addresses on there, and I'm just like, okay, but I can't always take out the box first, because there's a lot of stuff and stuff, so printer tape. Printer tape's handy. This is from Dan, the man. You would be surprised of how many things can be fixed by tape. I had a hole in one of my, not my roof, but like my porch. My back porch has like a little canopy over it, and it's made of like metal. And there was a hole in it, and it's like, well, I don't know how to fix this, so tape. And it's been working great so far. Just remember, if you have a problem, before you try anything, before you get really complicated into it, before you hire anybody, tape. And if tape doesn't work, try better tape. And then and only then, maybe start to be like, all right, I might have to call someone to fix this. You know? All right. Whoop. Okay, so these are some, like, comic book stuff. This looks really cool. Relentlessly Bullied Hero. Has, like, some My Hero vibes going on here. It's a cool comic. I'm guessing he drew this. This is badass, dude. I think I remember this. I think I remember you mentioning this in another fan mail. Flex tape. Yeah, worst comes to worst. If flex tape can't solve your problem, you're in a dire situation. All right, we got a bunch of stuff here. We got 2 copies, 2 editions. First 2 editions. Well, wait a minute. One's one and one's another one. We got Relentlessly Bullied Hero 1 and Relentlessly Bullied Hero 1 as well. So I'm not sure if it's like alternate art or something, but it's pretty cool looking. So, dude, somebody that, yeah, it's like the same thing. But, dude, somebody that reads manga normally, I'm so used to, like, the other way, you know, like every time I pick up, because I don't read American comics very often, or really at all, honestly, but like on the rare occasion that I will pick up an American comic, it's always like, oh wait, I have to, yeah, that's right. It messes with me because I'm so more used to reading manga from right to left, you know? This is some cool artwork, man. Look at this shit. Hold on, let me see. Let me get a cool, like, full page spread kind of thing. Look at that shit. That's fucking beast. That is fucking cool. All right. Is there a letter in here? Some cool artwork. The characters. Kinky. And we got a bunch of, like, cards and, like, bookmarks and stuff from Dan. So thank you. I don't think there's a letter or anything. Let me double check. No, I don't see one on there. Unless there was a separate letter, but I didn't see anything else in the stack. But thank you, dude. You check this out. Relentlessly Bullied Hero. I'm sure you could find it if you, like, Googled it up or something. Is there, like, a link or anything in here? That's cover art from something. Kickstarter. I'm sure you just Google it. You'll probably end up with it. Yeah. There you go. Looks really cool. Like I said, it has like a My Hero Academia vibe to it, which I like. I like that art style. It's really cool. Horikoshi's a really good artist. When D&D? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is D&D. OP D&D. Starring Rustage. And Too Spooky, and Noble, and Briggs, and Tekking, and introducing a brand new character tomorrow. A brand new player to spice things up. Who's it gonna be? I'm just fucking with you. There's no new characters. It's like tomorrow. It's like, where's the new guy? I'm just like, there is no new guy. There is no new person. I will put that. I'm running out of space over here. I will set that over here for right now. And Bell. And Bell. New character is Man Marked by Flames. Yes, the Man Marked by Flames is going to join us tomorrow. Yes. All right. I don't have any more packages. This is the One Piece. This is a whole thing of a One Piece card game I bought at Techo the other day. So I wanted to open some of these because it's the new boat booster pack, and there was a bunch in here. So I'm like, all right, I'll just get a whole booster box, you know. So we can open some of that. We have some letters. This is from, hang on a second, some cool artwork and stuff. I think this is the one that drew Zorro as, Zorro as Godzilla. Mr. Mysterious. Zorro Godzilla. And I think there's a Luffy as King Kong, because Luffy's a monkey. Well, here's Usopp as Baragon. Baragon! And then there's Luffy as King Kong, I think. Yeah. Luffy as King Kong. Ook ook. All right. Okay. Hi, Teching 101. I am Mr. Mysterious. Let's see. Oh, it just lists a bunch of questions. Like, what do you want to see the most in One Piece? Jinbei meets Koala again. Luffy versus Akainu. Luffy versus Blackbeard. Luffy mom reveal. Usopp meets his dad. All right. In the order of what I would like to see, I would like to see Usopp meeting his dad first before any of this. I want to see Usopp and Yasopp meet. Then I would probably say like Luffy versus Akainu or Luffy versus Blackbeard. Luffy's mom reveal after that, and like Jinbei meeting Koala that'll be a fun moment. That'll be a nice little moment. But there's more hyper moments, I think, in One Piece than that. I mean, that'll be a nice little moment there. I'm sure. I hope Oda does do that. Have you noticed that in One Piece, when we get a new character, it looks like they will join the Straw Hat crew? I think Oda does that intentionally at this point. I really do. I think at this point, Oda's like, I want to introduce a character, and everybody starts questioning whether or not they're going to join the crew or not, and then by the end of the arc, I'm like, yeah, no, they're not joining. I think Oda might do that intentionally at this point, but yeah, he mentions carrots. And then it was Yamato. Yeah. I will be under the impression that the whole 10 crewmate thing, like, if Oda wanted there to be 11, there can be 11. You know, I'm not going to hold that to, like, the standard of, like, well, Oda said 10, so it has to be 10. Like, Oda could always be like, you know what? I'm going to make it 11. You know, he's the author. But, I mean, like, he just introduces a lot of characters that make us think. It's a marketing tactic. You know what? Yeah, that is kind of true because, like, at the end of the day, they need to make money. So, like, some decisions in One Piece might have been decisions that might have been made maybe more at the behest of the organization of, like, Shueisha and the editors and the higher-ups might be like, Oda, you should do this. You should push this character. Like, you can't say that doesn't happen. Because Oda does not have 100% control over everything that goes on in the story. We are aware of that. Like, editing influence occurs, but there could be other influence as well. We just don't know. But yeah, you know, there could have been a thing where Oda might be like, I was thinking about killing off this character, or I was thinking about doing this, and maybe somebody was like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. This character's pretty popular. They can make us more money. I'd be like, all right. Like, look at Law. Law was like, I mean, he wasn't supposed to be like super prevalent, and then everybody fell in love with Law, and it was like, okay, you need to do more shit with Law in the New World arc, and Oda's like, okay, yeah, and then Law ended up becoming super fucking prominent, yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, stuff like that does happen, absolutely. If Davy Jones makes an appearance in One Piece, will he have an octopus head? Oh, like in who's the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean? I've only seen The Curse of the Black Pearl, and that was like over 10 years ago. I need to watch a lot more movies again. I watched An American Werewolf in London last night, though. That was a pretty good one. But yeah, if he had like an octopus for a head, I could see that. Like the original, like Davy Jones, yeah. Let's see. Have I seen the anime Hell's Paradise? No. Have I seen the anime Mashal? Yes. Although Hell's Paradise, when I was in London, we were in a manga shop, a big comic book shop, and Connor Quest pointed out Hell's Paradise and said, that's really good. And I bought a volume. I haven't read it yet, but it's upstairs in my little room. And so I'm going to read that at some point. But shout out to Connor Quest for recommending that for me. Do you read webcomics? Not really. Do you read comic books? Not particularly. Have you seen the cartoon show Invincible? I've seen the first season of Invincible, and I haven't seen all of season 2. I watched up until like episode 3 or 4 of season 2. Who is your favorite Marvel superhero? Thor. Who is your favorite DC superhero? The Green Lantern. I mean, there's a bunch of, like, Kyle Rayner's really good. Jon Stewart's really good. I mean, like, Guy. I mean, Guy's kind of an asshole, but even I kind of like him as the Green Lantern. Do you play video games? I do. Not as much, though. Like, I was really into Baldur's Gate 3 last year. It was like my big game. Haven't really found a game. I played Persona 3 earlier this year. That was something. That was really good. But I haven't really think I found the game for 2024 yet. Yeah. Go watch Longlegs. I saw it last week with my friend. It was something. Can you review a show called WAKFU? It's on Netflix. I've never heard of this show. Probably not going to review that show because I don't really review a lot of other stuff other than One Piece these days. But thank you. I'll check it out. Have you read the manga Samurai 8? Maybe like 2 chapters of it. Wasn't feeling it. It's the same guy. It's Kishimoto. It's the same guy that does Naruto, but I just wasn't feeling it. If Berserk gets a new anime, which anime studio should it be animated by? I mean, like, I don't know a lot of anime studios. I know Studio Madhouse does really good work, so I'll go with Studio Madhouse. I like Studio Bones. Wit Studios doing the new One Piece anime, and they also did Spy Family. But I'm not, like, really well-versed in, like, oh, this studio, this studio, this studio. Like, I couldn't really tell you. Like, if you just picked out a random anime, like, what's Undead Unluck? What studio is that? Like, I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know. It might have been one of the ones I just listed. I don't know. Someone will tell me in a second. But, yeah. Did you try Elden Ring? Elden Ring's not my type of game. I played it for like an hour and just didn't feel it. Let's see. Have you ever wondered how Princess Shirahoshi was born because it was shown that she was a big baby? I'm assuming she was born as a regular infant, like a regular-sized infant, and then just grew really fast, really big. I'm assuming that's how that went. Yeah. Do you think Chopper can eat another devil fruit because he ate the human fruit, so maybe the devil fruit would think he's not a normal human? Nah, Chopper's... doesn't matter if you're a human or an animal, 1 devil fruit per person, unless you're Blackbeard, who has weird abilities. Persona 5. I played Persona 3. Because they did Persona 3 Reload. They did like a reimagining of that, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could question, was she an egg? Because it's like the questions in One Piece, like, how do mermaids and fishmen, like, give birth? Like, how does that work exactly? Like, I don't think Oda, for reasons, cannot show it, but, yeah. Let's see here. Do you think Bello Betty is Luffy's mom? No. In Boruto, some people think Sasuke will die because of Naruto. I don't really watch Boruto. I really don't know what's going on. I know they're up to like Blue Vortex or whatever right now, but I'm not really up with it. Every now and then, whenever something really crazy happens in Boruto, people always share that on like Facebook, and I'll see it there. Like I know what's happening with Himawari and everything like that right now, but other than that, I don't really follow Boruto. I'm not really into it. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of Boruto questions, and I like Code. I know Code is a character in Boruto. I have no idea who he is though. Which Toy Story characters should get a spin-off? Woody or Battle or I don't know what that other character is. You know, I'm under the impression, I was just having a discussion about this with my friend the other day. Thank you for the letter, by the way. What was your name? Hold on. I don't know. Oh, wait, I think he said it at the beginning. Mysterious. I'm Mr. Mysterious. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Mysterious. I was just having a discussion the other day about Toy Story. I want to get your opinion on this, okay? Everybody here. Toy Story should have ended at the 3rd movie, right? Right? I mean, it's okay if you don't have that opinion. I'm just saying that, like, it should have ended at the 3rd movie, right? Like, that was objectively the best place to end the series. Yes. 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 I'm glad I'm not the only one here. Yes. Unsure. That's fine. I saw the 4th movie. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore, so I saw it when I was, like, in my 20s, but, like, I really didn't feel like this added much to the story. I feel like this was just, like, you see this perfect ending of these characters, and it just keeps going. Like, we can assume, like, everything that happened in the 4th movie, I feel like we could just assume, yeah, the toys, Woody and Buzz, they're still getting into antics with the new girl, you know, that Andy leaves them with. And she's eventually going to grow up and give the toys to somebody else. And then that person will grow up and give the toys to somebody else. And, like, that's the story that will continue. And we don't need a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movie to cover that. Like that's fine being the way it is. Like, that is the story, you know? I feel like we're now getting into the territory of squeezing the IP through and through until, excuse me, Belle, squeezing the IP through and through to the point where we could just, every single last morsel of money. Yeah. They need money, teching. I mean, I guess they do, right? So that's how it goes. I get it. It's just that, like, yeah, we don't need a fifth Toy Story. Dude, I remember seeing the third one. Me and my mom saw it and it's important to mention that in the first Toy Story, it came out in 96, right? So, wait, hold on a minute. Let me look this up, because this is a heart-wrenching story here. All right, so Toy Story came out in 95. Okay. So I was 2 years old. So I was a little too young to watch it in theaters. But I had this on VHS. And me and my mom and my dad, we watched Toy Story on VHS when I was growing up. Toy Story 2, when did that come out? I think it was the early 2000s. 99. I don't think I saw this in theaters either, because I would have been, maybe. I would have been 6. Maybe I saw Toy Story 2 in theaters. I wouldn't be surprised if I did, but I don't remember. But at any rate, I had both of these movies when I was growing up on the VHS. I watched them all the time. And the third one didn't come out until 2010. So the first two movies, Andy is a little kid. He's a little older in the second one. And then there's a time skip in the third one, and he's now a high school graduate about to go off to college. Well, when the third movie came out in 2010, I was a high school senior about to graduate. So me and my mom are watching this in the movie, in the drive-in, and the scene at the end of the movie happened where Andy's saying goodbye to his mom, and he goes to drop off the toys, and my mom is crying in the car. Because the same thing is happening with me. Like, she's like, my son is growing up and he's graduating high school and he's going to go to college and blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't moving out yet or anything. I was only like 18 at this point. I'm like, Mom, I'm still going to live. I still lived in my house all the way up till 28. So it's like, but my mom was crying over that. She was crying at the end of the movie of Toy Story 3. I was getting a little weepy as well. It was a good movie. And I saw the fourth one when it came out a few years ago with some friends. It was perfectly fine, but it wasn't anything that's like, this needed to be shown. This was a part of the journey that just had to be shown. Yeah. But it was a nice moment. I have a soft spot for Toy Story. Thank you, Mr. Mysterious, for the art. What else do we got over here? We got some other letters. Dear Teching 101 and Barry the Brick, I've been... Hold up. Following your content over the years now, and you have been providing me with many laughs and smiles that I could never have gotten from any other source in entertainment. Aw, thank you. You also introduced me to Rustage's D&D campaign, which has made me laugh and have a good time every single time without fail. I judge and analyze everything on a daily basis, but your content and involvement in Rustage's D&D sessions have been the side exception to that. Okay. Oh, it's just like, because I do a lot of random shit in Rustage's D&D. Like, William's character is basically, time to do random shit. Like, that's basically William. Let's see. I know I can always turn your One Piece videos on, and Kai and Anthony and everybody can bring me hope and happiness. In conclusion, you had changed my life for the better. Keep on being yourself and making others have a great day. Your biggest fan, Arav. Thank you. A-R-A-V. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you so much for that. It's a good letter. Keep up the One Piece D&Ds. This is from Jessica. This is a really nice... Oh, yeah, this is a really nice card. It has a boxer on it. Look at the boxer. Oh, my God. I miss Duchess. Hi, Teching. I guess I could use your real name, but it feels weird. Go ahead. It's fine. Anyway, I found your One Piece games a few months ago, and I wish I had time to binge all of it, but that's life. I can hear you guys having fun in the Marines game, and I often end up laughing out loud at the interactions. I'm behind, as I said, but I hope Kai find his dream job someday. I don't expect to hear back, but I'm sure you're busy. I just wanted to say hi from the next door in the podcast directories. She has a podcast. Chaos Crew. I'm Little Chomp from Chaos Crew. I'm sure you don't listen. I've never heard of it, actually, but I can check it out. And we're a small podcast, and I found you guys after starting uploading, so it feels like we're neighbors. Keep up the good work. You're killing it. Well, check out the... Hold up. Check out the Chaos Crew podcast over on, I'm assuming, Spotify. I don't follow that many podcasts, actually. Actually, I don't follow any, really, that I can think of. Like, there's a lot of, like, YouTubers I watch that upload their stuff on Spotify, kind of like I do. But, like, other than, like, I guess, One Piece D&D is, like, just technically a podcast. But, yeah. But thank you for that, Jessica. That was really nice. I like the little boxer. Aw. All right. I think that's all of the letters. Oh, we also have this. I showed this off before, but it was still in my stack of fan mail, so I wanted to show it off again. This awesome piece of Berserk art done by Ren. Look at that. That is wild. That is some really good artwork. It's the best way I could describe it. It kind of looks like Berserk crossed with like Charlie Brown, which is like a comparison I never thought, but damn, it's badass. That's some really good shit. I got to get this framed. I got to get this and another thing framed I got from the comic book convention. That was really nice. In fact, let me show you that really quick because it's all the Miyazaki movies like in one panel. It's really cool looking. Yeah. Look at this. Look at that. That is cool. I got to get that framed. I got to get this Berserk thing framed. Add them up on the wall here. All right. Well, that's all the fan mail. Thanks to everybody that sent me all this cool stuff. I will find places for all of it. Thanks for the pins and everything from Tony. I'll open some packs. I'm not going to open every single one because it's 24 packs in here, but we can open some. That's so cool, dark-haired Hal. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I love Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is really good. My favorite's probably Spirited Away, if I had to pick my favorite Miyazaki movie. All right, now. Imagine a piss, Logia. I'd rather not, but thank you. Now I am. All right. Is there a carrot card? Probably. All right. What is, let me pull this up here. What is the big card to get? Is this the one where Rustage got that boa? Awakening of the New Era. One Piece trading card game. Awakening of the New Era. Card list. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find what the card is to get. Card list. Here we go. This is not... Oh, here we go. Awakening of the New Era. All right, here we go. 151 results. What is the most rare? Gear 5 Luffy in the manga. All right, cool. That's the one we're looking for. See here really quick how much that goes for. All right. Is this it? Card game Monkey D. Luffy OP05. Yep, that's the pack. $3,000. Shit. All right, cool. So we're on the lookout for that card. We're on the lookout for this card exactly. All right. What site do I use? Google. All right, we'll open some cards here. See if I get anything good. You guys could probably tell me like, oh my God, that's the rarest card. All right. Ooh, careful. Ah, I'm horrible with trading cards. All right, here we go. We got Buffalo. We got, oh man, they made a card of Mozambia. Look at this. Now they're really cooking. You know, I was debating whether or not this card game was really going to go all the way. But they're making cards out of Mozambia here. If you know, you know. Oh man, it's the St. Charlos card. If the only characters on your field are Celestial Dragon type characters, give all of your opponent's characters -4 cost. It'd be so funny if he had a thing that was like, if you play this card, punch your opponent in the face, or something like that. San Goro. It's a waste of human life! I love that they just put the colored manga panels on the card. That actually looks really sweet. Bellamy! Dragon Claw. Ryusen! Oh, there's Cobra. Very elegant-looking Cobra. I thought this was Samus for a second from Metroid. I'm just gonna throw a really quick glance. Doesn't that look like Samus? No, it's Nico Robin from Tequila Wolf. There's a rule with all of Robin's outfits, and Oda even addressed this in an SBS, because of course he did. Every single one of Robin's outfits, she has to let the cleavage out a little bit. She has to unzip it a bit. Every single one. Oh, speaking of cleavage, we have Bello Betty. We have... Because the side of justice will be whichever side wins. Cool. It's a rare. And then we have... Mancherry. Also as a rare. I think these are normal rares. Yeah. After many years, time to show some support. Thank you, man. How One Piece Gear 5 Luffy would be if he ate the Rumble Ball, since he's a confirmed zone. I want to see Luffy eat a Rumble Ball. He needs to eat that. I don't know what crazy shit's going to happen when he does, but he needs to eat one. He might even get permanent reality warping powers. I think Luffy eats a Rumble Ball and he just like, it goes into like a psychedelic like 1970s like Inagata da Vida, baby. And just Luffy wakes up and there's just blood on his hands like ah, man. It's, yeah. The girls need to breathe, Tekken. Yeah, I guess they do, yeah. All right. So this is the card that's like the super hyper mega rare. That's what we're looking for. Exactly that. So it says at the bottom in this little square here, like what the rarity is. Like for these cards, it just has an R in it for just rare. So I'm trying to find like what's the rarity scale for these. I always forget what they are. I haven't opened them in forever. Hold on. One Piece card game rarity scale. How's the scale work? Okay, here we go. All right, C is common, UC uncommon, R is rare, SR is super rare, SEC is secret rare, and then L is leader. Okay, so we're looking for SEC would be like secret rare stuff. Okay. Gotcha. I collected Pokemon cards as a kid. I have a couple that I have upstairs, like in my little box, but I don't really collect. I haven't bought Pokemon cards in years. And, yeah, I never really learned how to play it as a kid, but still collected them. We have Queen! Not Queen. Queen! Oh my god, that's adorable. John Giant, but he's in like a cartoon. That's awesome. Look at John Giant there. Nobody cares about me. Also, he's holding Enma for some reason. It looks like he's holding Enma. Nola the Snake. Bunny Joe. He's a member of the Revolutionaries. They really have no limit of the random side characters that have names. That there are a lot around. Another Dragon Claw. We got Pell. Pell should be impervious. Pell's counter should be plus 10 million. Give up, so you got one Dawn card. When attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power. He should have some crazy ability to tank any attack. We had Baby 5 when she was a little kid, using her Buki no Mi. We have Hack. We have Chaka. They do deep cuts in this card game. Upper Yard. Okay, we got another rare. We got Satori. Oh-ho! And we got Zorojuro, another rare. All right. Just getting ready. Oh, wait a minute. I know that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Spooky told me this when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In London, and I had those booster boxes. The secret rares are always at the bottom of the booster box. Now, I don't know if that's how they do them with this, but I'm going to try. Hold on a minute. Cannot be true for Yu-Gi-Oh! It was true in the booster boxes that I opened. Well, we got exactly the same thing. We got Queen. We got John Giant again. We got the exact same pack. It's the exact same cards. It's the exact same cards. All right, this is different. Gamma Knife. Ooh, the Bird Cage. Riku Dold the Third. Dude, look at King Riku. Holy shit. How did Doflamingo lose to this guy? How did this guy get manipulated by Doflamingo? Look at this guy. He's like ultra jacked. Time for me to lay down some justice with these guns. Oh my god, King Riku, man. Why is every old guy gotta be super jacked? Energy Hormones. This is one of Treble's attacks. Sticky Meteor. We have O Nami. Some nice artwork of Nami. Yeah, that's not true because we only got a rare, but it is a Beppo. We got a Beppo, at least. Rare Beppo. And we got Hound Blaze, which is one of Akainu's moves. Also a rare. Okay, that wasn't true, but I want to get at least something higher than a rare. I want to get some super rares at least, or a secret rare. I want to get something other than the regular rares here. Great cheese on those abs. Damn straight. Man, these cards are harder to open than Yu-Gi-Oh! Card packs are. Holy. I don't know why they said Holly. His name's Holy. Like, I guess 2 L's, but, like, yeah, it's Holy. Because Om is, like, his name is, like, Om. So it's, like a religious thing. Oh, look, it's King Steady. I got Steady. Got Sarkis. Member of Bellamy's crew. They are 2 bottom packs. Well, I'll do the other one, but... Basil Hawkins. Marie Joie. The Revolutionary Army HQ. Amazon, the lady that takes pictures. Roshinate. Lighting himself on fire. Oh no. See, this looks like it should be a secret rare, and it isn't. This is just a regular rare. 200 million volts. Amaru. That's, we were just talking about this earlier. That's Enaru's cool Raijin mode. And, oh my boobs. Wow, this is copious boobs on this card. This is Hina, but, dear Lord. So much cleavage. I don't remember this much cleavage being on trading cards when I was a kid. I do not remember Pokemon cards being this sexy. This is extremely sexy. I mean, that's a smart move, actually, though, if you're doing, like, trading cards and stuff. It's just, like... Dark Magician Girl's boobs were not this big. All right. Probably because Gardevoir hadn't come out yet. Yeah, that's true. Ew, why is this card sticky? Oh yeah, the naked Misty card. I remember that. Where it wasn't. She wasn't naked. It was like a silhouette of her, like dancing in the moonlight or something, wasn't it? Man, what is the approved way of opening these? Because I'm trying to open them the same way I do Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it is not working. There we go. No, there we go. Come on, can we get some cool rare stuff? Dalmatian, Pagaya, Hakuba, Birdcage again, Yama, Mr. One Das Bones. That's a pretty bad. Oh my god, everybody's jacked in these artworks. Dude, look at Daz's neck muscles. He has a fucking six-pack on the back of his neck. That is awesome. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Okay. That's just another rare. We got Karasu. Hey, we're talking about a lot of Logias today. We got more Logia stuff. And we got another rare. We got Leo's technique. The Carntor Patchwork. The technique Leo uses to defeat Sugar and Machvice and Giola. Got that. Still have yet to get anything higher than a regular rare. All right, I'm going to start using scissors. There. Easy solution to that problem. 7 super rares per box. Also, the alternative artwork cards, they have a star near the rarity. Yeah. Okay, Mulesguard. Maynard. Remember Maynard? I remember Maynard. Yama, Gamma Knife. Viola. Viola's is cool. If there's any sexy waifus, I'll show you that. Conus. Rare. When you're at sea, you fight against pirates. Oh, we got a super rare. We got our first super rare. We got... Oh my god. Why? This is incredible. As a super rare. Pika. Don. Hello, everybody. I am Pika. I am a super rare card. You will fear me. Pika. I've opened so many. I know I said I was only going to open a few, but this is what happens, dude. This is what happens with cards. Stainless. Stainless. Look at Stainless with his barrel chest. Facing off against the opposition. Oh, Lieutenant Spacey from the cover page. From Eneru's cover page. Lieutenant Spacey. Lieutenant Spacey's going in my deck. I got an Ultra. Wait, no. Uncommon, sorry. I see you, and I immediately think in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Ultra Rare, but no. It's Super Rare or Secret Rare or just regular Rare. Oh, Inazuma's looks badass. Look at Inazuma there. I love the... Oh, and then Kuma and Sabo in the background. I love that. I love that. Rare. We got Shura. The other priest. Shura. And... I got a secret! I got a secret! I got a secret! I got a secret rare. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. Okay, it is Monkey D. Luffy, but it's not the super awesome, mega, ultra rare one. But it is a Monkey D. Luffy secret. In Gear 5th. Hold on a minute. What is box here? OP5. Luffy secret. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the one that's worth a lot. Yeah, okay, so this one's only worth like $10, I think. But still, looks amazing. Yeah, this one's only like $12 on eBay. But still, looks fucking cool. Love that. All right. Well, I wanted to keep going until I got a secret. I got a secret, so we're good. All right. With that all being said, I got to put all this stuff away and pack everything up. Thank you for watching. This has been a longer stream than normal. Let's go through some super chats before I go. See what we have here. Thank you all for coming. All right. I I answered that one about Luffy and the Rumble Ball. Where is that rug from? A fan sent that to me. I do not remember their name off the top of my head. But I think I remember they had a website or like an Etsy store that made rugs specifically like that. I just don't remember the name right now. Whitebeard's so badass he grew a mustache, called it a beard, and nobody said shit. There's an SBS drawing of Boa with the Gura Gura no Mi. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I don't remember there being an SBS drawing of Boa with the Gura Gura, but I could be wrong. Prince Cruz was not a Logia, no. What if the One Piece is 4 ancient weapons? Maybe. Could be a 4th one. Something in fiction that Oda will do, and a lot of people will do, is like set a number of things and then find out that there's an extra one of those things. You know, like there's actually another ancient weapon the whole time. Like, what? You know, that's, you know, yeah. Like, look at Naruto. There's the 9-tailed beast. Oh, but then there's the 10 tails. It's like, oh, you know. Since we have aquatic devil fruits like Peckhams, I think a water fruit could exist. I hope it does. Thank you, Jordan, again. Thank you for the congratulations. It was your wife that was there with you. Yes, so Jordan cosplayed as Light Yagami, and then his wife cosplayed as Misa. And, yeah, they were in the crowd, and they won the first prize of the trivia. Thank you. It was lovely meeting you both. I think I answered all these ones already at the beginning of the stream. Usopp could beat him with a rubber mallet. Yeah, Anaru, absolutely. Yep. Just give Usopp a rubber mallet, he'll call it a day. If the hockey wasn't introduced, I answered that one earlier. And I think I got all these. Yep. Someone claims to have found the One Piece. Yeah, got that one. I didn't hear about the actor for Ace, although I might have heard something about that. I got to look into it. Yep. All right, I think I got them all. Good. Thanks to everybody for the super chats, and thanks for a fun stream. That was great. And, yeah. That's it. That's about 3 hours. It's pretty good. No chapter tomorrow. Probably not a video tomorrow either. Well, I'm doing One Piece D&D with the guys, but probably nothing from me on the channel. Next week, we're doing a horror movie stream. I'll get more information on that because I actually just realized there might be Isekai next Wednesday, so I have to think about how that's going to work. I got to message Rustage about some things, and I'll figure out what day we're going to do that on. But that'll probably be it's a horror movie stream with me and JL and Spooky, and that'll probably be on my vlog channel. I'm going to stream that, I think. But yeah. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and you have a good night. Laters, all.